King.
Yeah.
Right? I still, whenever I see like a crown having to do with English things, I think Queen. And I need to get over that.
Why?
Well, because King. Now, Her Majesty passed a couple years ago.
What?
Wow.
That's funny.
LOL. Yeah. Wow. Anti-monarchy Christopher Live.
Back to monarchies.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Friday.
So you go into like a 12 o'clock Weezer concert or something?
Yeah, I was just gonna hope that would actually. You know what? I can't. It's weird, man. As I start to do glasses, I like driving at night. Definitely need it, but then what is it called? It's switched, right? Like
near side or far side.
Yeah, like I. This is perfect. Like no problem. But like if I'm in a grocery store, the grocery signs, what are those in the aisles where it says like spices? Mm-hmm. Those are a little blurry.
What does it look like?
What do the signs look like? Yeah. Like if you honestly
just can't put the letters together.
No, I can see them and read them. They're just a little. It's like a camera that's slightly out of focus.
Got it.
Like if you just like voluntarily kind of cross your eyes a little bit and stuff kind of goes out of focus, it's like that. But then it's annoying because then when I come in here, like I have my glasses on, which is fine until I started looking at print.
Yeah. And
then I can't see that at all.
Wow. Okay.
So I have to take them off, and then this is all fine.
Yeah.
And Chris is, I don't need to see him in focus, but I know who that is.
So are you going somewhere?
Yeah. Well, I have a thing.
Is it here?
No. I'm not trying to be mysterious either. I don't want to talk about it because I'm going to get dragged, but I have a thing.
Oh, you made me come in here and talk about the Edgar Allan Poe speakeasy, but you don't want to talk about
Great
something
point, Chris.
because you're going to get dragged.
I mean, you're here. You're doing it, so we might as well know.
I just want
the audience wants to know.
For the record,
you're the most open person out there.
For the record, I want it known. All I did was come into work today, and I in no way, shape, or form offered any of this up.
What would you have done if I dressed up like you? If you're dressed normally,
I would have said, "Wow, you look handsome today, Chris." And I knew it.
You could have had the outfit in the car.
It's a good point. I guess I could have.
Do you think there's any chance we could guess? Because I would not have gotten the Edgar Allan Poe speakeasy.
I don't think. I mean, like, if we had all day, maybe. I'll tell you what. I'll give you guys 5 guesses. 6. Well, because even.
Oh.
Or 4. Short segment.
Chris, you want to lead off?
No, I have no clue.
The problem with playing this game, though, is everything you guys guess is going to be stupid and lame, and it's going to drag me. Like, it's going to be, you going to a Weezer concert? Oh, you going to go get in your big white van? Or, it's going to be something like that. I don't know. So I feel like I should just say it. But
if you're offering it.
Yeah. But you're implying a guessing game, which I'm
not. I would just rather hear what
it's.
I'm doing a sit-down interview for a European soccer thing. Doesn't matter what I would have said. That would have happened. Okay. That's it. They might have sent me a couple things.
They told you to wear that?
You have kits, you have jerseys, you have all this stuff?
I got like a box of stuff.
To be fair, you're not supposed to be wearing that if you're being interviewed by somebody.
What?
You're not supposed to be wearing like a jersey or something like that if you work for the club.
Okay.
There you go. That's it.
That's it?
That's it. That's the whole thing. That's the whole story.
All right. I'm not dragging you for that.
Not comfortable in this sweater. Or the shirt.
What's wrong with the shirt?
I don't know.
What's wrong with the sweater? Is that a sweater?
I guess I don't know. They
How's
said
it a sweater? No.
They says a sweater. It's like sweater.
Oh, they
material
call it a sweater
to make it, and they're supposed to leave. And I would think to button it. They said leave it unbuttoned. Oh,
they give you that to wear?
Yes, I know.
They played a big joke on you.
That might be. I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know. It's a whole thing. And part of it I actually can't. This sucks. I can't talk about it. And I should have left. You know what? You're absolutely right. I should have left the sweater. I could have put on a different hat or I could have just completely changed. Why didn't I do that?
I don't know.
I was just like, you know what? I'll just wear it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
No one will say anything.
When you tried out as lead trombone for Real Big Fish, what was that experience like?
They had that really good song, actually.
2 good songs. Both in basketball.
Anyway.
3 good songs.
It's going to be a weird year this year because we have a new member of our league that has a reality show.
Oh.
So we're doing some stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is that what this is? Beginning phase 1. Okay.
Yeah. So can I talk about what I want to talk about?
Oh, sure.
Which is 95 alternative style, and
I mean, Sugar Ray was a good band. I'll say that till the day I die. So pulling back the curtain. So yesterday was fun. I've finally got over it later, but see, you and I have worked together a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to think, it's like Stockton and Malone. Bad example. It's like Nash and Amari Stoudemire. I don't know. If you're going to cut right, usually I know. And if I'm going to cut left, the old pass and all that stuff. Right. But I don't think you purposely did this.
100% not.
But you got in my head very badly.
Which you didn't say anything at any time
until right. And I would with almost okay. So let me back up. So Jason texts us on the group chat the night before last and says, okay, did he? Wow, MC just called me a white rerun, and that's gonna stick with me.
Oh my goodness,
that's really good. I don't have the suspenders, fantastic. But it's the hat. Yeah, that is really well done. And like 5 people got that. Yeah.
I did.
I
enjoyed
knew you
it a
would.
lot.
I did. Yeah. Chris, did you get that? Yeah. It's too young. What's happening?
You didn't get it?
Well, I don't think he's a big what's happening guy.
Yeah, I've never seen an episode.
Yeah. Anyway, that's very well done by MC. So, anyways, Jason gets on the group chat and says, "Hey guys, can you stick around after the show tomorrow so we can have a little show meeting or whatever you said." I'm getting it right, or
something along those lines. Yeah,
I believe it was something to the effect of, "Hey, let's meet up after the show."
Yeah.
Are you guys free to meet up?
You guys free to meet up after the show? Now, look, we generally, if we'll meet, we'll talk, but not a ton,
right?
We
a lot of times it's in commercials before the show, during the show, after
on the
show.
Text thread. Exactly. We don't really do formal post-show meetings that often.
Yeah, you didn't dress up.
I didn't, and if it was anyone else, probably anyone in the building, I would have been like, "Why? What do you want to talk about?" But again, having worked with you for a long time, it's one of those, well, he would have told me if he wanted to. He would have said something. He knows this is a thing. So he would have said something if he wanted to say something. And you're not evil. You don't do evil things like Chris and I do. You don't try to stress anyone out just to do it. So I was like, okay, well, if you wanted to tell me, he would tell me. So what is it? It can't be a content thing because we could talk about, hey, I want to talk about these segments or whatever. So all night, like I talked to my wife about it. I was like, Jason wants to meet tomorrow. I do not know what it is. And on top of that, like fall's coming up, Kings, Sac State.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you just some of the things that ran through my head. Okay. Number one was, of course, hey, you know what? Just radio. It's just too much. I went to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
30 years, I'm done.
30 years, I'm done.
Yeah.
G-Man called me last night. He's retiring. He's going to announce it next week. I'm taking over. I'm moving back into management. Okay. Here's one. They've asked me to move shows. And if you really think about that, that's a legitimate thought in my head. So like all this stuff, right? So all show yesterday, like we had a great show yesterday, but the whole show back of my head, right? Like, okay, 2 more hours, 1 more hour. What's going on? Like also leading into a Friday. So we would have one show after the meeting yesterday.
Finale.
Right.
Yeah.
So by
very special blossom.
Very special blossom.
Yeah.
So by the time we get into whose office is that? Yours? Chris's?
Jason's.
So by the time we get, by the way, Jason and Chris each have an office. I don't have an office. Which I don't want one. I would have nothing to do with it.
We usually stay here.
Yeah, right. So anyway, I feel like I was kind of a dick, but that's all right. So anyways, we get there, door shuts, and it's like, oh, did it shut?
No.
Okay, it was open. In my mind, the door shut.
Yes.
Yeah, Jose came by, so.
Yeah, and then right. And then our boss comes by.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, like, here's a pickup meeting. Let's go. So when he walked in, but we sit down, and I'm just like, I'm on the couch. Chris is on the chair. Jason's behind the desk on a chair. In a chair. And I'm like just fiddling with my fingers. I'm a little, like, oh, what is this going to be? What?
I might have noticed that.
Yeah, right. And did nothing. Did you know what he wanted to talk about?
I didn't know specifically, but I assumed that he just wanted to talk.
Why wouldn't he have said something? That didn't bother you at all?
What do you mean?
Why wouldn't he have said what the meeting was about? That didn't strike you
because
weird?
Like a while back, Jason said like, hey, let's all meet up to talk about like show stuff coming up. And I think.
Was I here?
Yeah.
You were here, but for some reason you couldn't make it. It's like,
something happened. I forget we were going to meet.
I think maybe might have gotten COVID.
Or
you got ill.
Yeah.
I think it was something like that.
Okay.
So then when Jason texts out like, hey, are you guys free to meet up? That's what I assumed it was.
But also you did send a
right, which is I send that to anyone who wants to meet. I send Big boss was, hey, can you talk afterwards?
And then I thought, I know it's context, but I thought, oh yes, think the worst.
Right.
But I was playing along like I thought.
So if Jason had like some terrible thing if Jason said he was quitting, he wouldn't say, oh, I've got something bad to tell you.
No, but he said that and I figured, okay, well, he's just, you might just be having fun or whatever.
Which I was.
Yeah.
Because you went right to the worst. I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. So this is going to be a big deal.
How long would you say it took? Like 5, maybe 10 minutes?
Yeah, to get to anything. Because then I could tell there was something. So then I played a little bit.
Well, exactly. And I'm like, I'm waiting. And then the thing is with us is that we'll off the air stretch bits.
Yeah.
We'll do bits off the air and stretch them. And Chris reminded me I forgot about one I did apparently on the old night show with my crew.
That was evil.
That was like 20 minutes or something where I was like, I've taken a job in New Orleans or whatever it was.
Well, the whole setup and everything.
Yeah. No, for real. Had a whole. So anyways, maybe it was karma, but you didn't even do that. And so you said what you wanted to do, I think kind of. But then I was like, yeah, and what else?
And what?
Yeah, and you were like, and what? And I was like, so for real, like this isn't a bit. Like there's nothing bad. You really just want to talk about the show? Because you know what I thought of also?
I love that you talked to your wife about it.
I did. I talked to Melissa.
I don't know that I love that.
No, it's fine. It's actually funny because we talked yesterday. Set the screen.
What did she think it was?
Well, the part I'm leaving out is she's like, you're being an idiot. It's nothing.
So when you got home to tell her, you're like, yeah, it was nothing.
No, I made something up that was kind of serious because I didn't want her to be right.
Can you say what that was?
I said you had an organ transplant, but I don't.
That's where you went.
I don't want to know. I said, what did I say? Actually, no, I didn't. That was better for the story. I'm lying. I ate crap. I was like, you're right. I'm wrong. You're smart. I'm stupid. You're beautiful. Yeah, exactly. So anyways,
it was show stuff.
It was all show stuff. It was all good stuff. It was all stuff that we have this conversation about once a year. Always treat the new we figure that when football kicks off, that's like the new season of the show, like a TV show, and updating some things. We'll have some announcements as to who's going to be on with us. The guests are all coming back and doing their thing, or maybe they're leaving. I don't know. I don't want to give anything away, but man, it was really, it was an extra added level of whatever. And it's all my own fault. Like,
nice catch, Blanco Nino.
It's just every time. But what I thought of, it was funny because I was driving in today. And at one point I thought, what would be hilarious is if, like, right before the show, you're like, oh, and I'm leaving.
Yes. I do want to have a meeting after the show.
Just stretch the whole thing out, and I'm going. So
we stretch bits out.
We do stretch bits out. Well, we got a big bit for you today. It's a Friday show, so we'll kind of do our thing. We got Friday Fun and Games.
Yes.
Without Jason.
No
Jason. Oh, yes, Jason. I should read the text.
Yes.
I did read the text.
That was my blunder.
But then I tried to do it. Well, Jason was supposed to leave a little bit early today for a charity golf tournament.
Yeah.
And he got the week wrong. It's next week, not this week.
Nice catch, Blanco Nino.
But then when he said on the text thread, you foiled my bit, because when he said on the text thread, he's like, oh, yeah, it's not this week, it's next week. And I was like, oh, I have to leave early next week, which I don't. And then you said something. Like, you got me right away.
Yeah, I think I said, actually,
I'm retiring.
I'm retiring tomorrow.
If any of us said the truth for like 20 minutes straight, it would be a problem.
For real.
We would all think that we're planning against each other.
100,000%.
Yeah, you're right. Because I think now, I don't know how, there is no plan for that for me. I don't think for you, but
no.
How would we deliver that now?
Oh, I know how I would.
Just not show up.
Singing Telegram.
Then I'd believe it.
Knock on the office door.
You thought I'd be around, of course, but I am going now to the race course.
Dang it, that was my song.
We had a message. We think it's fitting. This Friday, Carmichael Dave is quitting. And then, she'd do a little dance. You shut up.
I don't know why your outfit and that dance worked perfectly together.
That thing needs to live forever.
Also, I did get a call from the big boss yesterday. I know we got a break. I did. This is how you see the big boss pop up on your cell phone. I wish that
would have been before our meeting. That would have really added things up.
Totally, right? Yeah. Like, hey, just wanted to make sure you're okay. Because
he
would have given it away, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he calls me, I'm like, well, this is something happened. What's going on? Hello. He's like, hey, the people that handle our interior sprinklers, the fire sprinklers, I guess they're retiring or something. So he's like, hey, you know a guy. Can you find out? See if we can get a new sprinkler company to come in. I'm like, what? Okay.
You know so many people that do interior sprinklers, don't you?
Sadly, I do. I do know somebody. And so I think we're going to, and the guy's name is, I'm not joking. The guy's name is Mr. Sprinkler. You can look him up. It's a real company. So they might be getting some business from us here very soon. All right. That was the day yesterday. Yeah. We'll take a break. Today is a new show. No rerun. When we come back, leading off is next.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead. Outstanding ball movement by Sacramento.
Every triple, every jam, every Kings win.
Sabonis with the jam over the Joker. He's got the three-point shot.
Get your Kings fix all season long.
Right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings.
Here's a steal by Fox, a breakaway. He's got the rip with the left hand.
Sacktown Sports at sacktownsports.com.
As a mom, I'd do anything to keep my child out of physical pain. Dr. Pamela Maida is a board-certified orthopedic surgeon. As a doctor, I know that growth spurts can cause pain in my child's feet, and that can affect their legs and back too. Good Feet Youth Arch Supports are designed to alleviate, even eliminate common pain. Investing in youth arch supports for your child or teen is one of the best decisions you can make.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
Sacramento, Dierks Bentley's coming to town. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends. Harmony, Tyler Rich, Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by RVs of Sacramento and Hoblet Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center.
Let's do it. Leading off, the three top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number one.
Millions of people look at this book every day. This is the kind of spontaneous publicity. Your name in print that makes people. I'm in print. Things are going to start happening to me now.
The Kings schedule is out.
You know what that's from?
Nope. What?
I think I do.
You probably do.
Well, you got to say.
All right, just go with my first instinct. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Steve Martin in The Jerk.
100%.
It's well done. It's really well done.
That was Naven.
Like David, but different.
Naven.
Yeah, Naven.
Yeah, just like it.
Somebody asked me when I was in Europe if I named my daughter Avery because my name's Dave. And I went, what? And he goes, yeah, like some people do like a play on their name. So Davery.
Yeah.
I was like, I've never thought about that in my life.
I think I told you this before. We didn't know. We were one of the few people, I guess it never happens anymore with gender reveals, but boy or girl, we didn't know. We said if we were going to have a girl, we were going to name her Avery.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think you have told me that.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Good name.
Yeah.
You know where I got, this is a true story. You know where I first heard the name Avery?
Me?
No.
The zoo?
What?
Yeah, like the aviary.
Aviary.
Avery Johnson?
You would think Avery Johnson would be one. Avery Brooks, who played the captain on Deep Space Nine.
Steve Avery?
Steve Avery be another one. Nope, it was Gene Hackman's character in The Firm.
Oh, that's right.
His name was Avery.
Huh.
And we wanted androgynous names for each child, at least in their names. So Avery is both guy or girl, and then her middle name is J-A-Y. My dad's name is Jack, but his actual given name is Arthur John, and he would go by in his lawyer world, he'd go by AJ. So Avery was originally going to be an AJ, which never stuck, but that's kind of like an homage to my dad.
Never say that to her?
Huh?
Yeah, never do? AJ?
No, we never. No, never. Honestly, even after she was born.
Is
right?
Mason a girl's name?
So no, Mason isn't, but his middle name is Riley.
Got it.
And there's literally
Get ready for Riley.
No connection at all to anything with it.
Gotcha.
We were just, it's the second one. You're just like, whatever.
Do what you want.
Do it.
Oh crap! You're going to labor now.
And I picked the first one, and so Melissa got to pick the second one, and I thought she did a great job. My pick, DeBrickashaw. She didn't even want to discuss it.
I thought you were talking about noodles.
The schedule's out. Look, we're very aware here in the mornings that we have been talking about leaked part of the schedules. Hey, this part of the schedule. And really, even if we'd had the whole schedule from the jump, it's the schedule. How interesting is that? Well, a few things. Number one, it's summertime. So back off.
Yeah.
Secondly, we'll just have some fun with it today. Like what sucks, what's good,
Right.
whatever. We're not going to. Yeah. And we're not doing the whole
win, loss.
December 20. Yeah, exactly. Like Sean Thomas and I did once. Yeah, we're not doing that. Oh, that's a lot. It's a lot. Oh my God. Oh no.
All right. Dave,
is now where you're.
Can we meet after the show?
So yeah,
a lot of time on that.
A lot of time. Yeah, that's it. Sorry. It's over. Now move over. Streak is over. So we'll have fun with it.
Okay. Yeah, we will.
Not as much fun as we were gonna, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I had stats and everything.
Well, during the next break,
I had all my 3 in the keys for all 82 games.
I will be. That rerun comment's really sticking with me.
Yes.
Cut number 2, please.
Cut number 2.
Here comes Bob Melvin, and that's going to do it, I think, for Logan Webb. We just threw his 104th pitch. And as he leaves the mound, a standing ovation from these very appreciative Giants fans. He's the Giants ace, and he has been ace-like now for several starts in a row.
I'm sorry.
That's fair.
On Get Up right now, we just look at it. We have the sports shows on. We don't really look.
We never hear them. We just see what the graphics.
Yeah, because every once in a while it'll be like breaking news, and we can grab it. But the Chiron was is Caleb Williams on track to be a superstar?
One preseason game. I mean, I figure we can stay.
Yeah, I think he's
his whole career.
But again, that's their third day of schedule release.
Yes,
it's like we got nothing, dude. You have Notre Dame. Yeah, there's a Notre Dame minor swimming scandal for gambling. Ryan Sandberg is cancer free. That's a great story. I mean, I was looking around. There's a big Angel Reese argument again because she was 4 of 14 and it didn't look great. Washed. You know,
we're all in this. Not the best thing, but I'm not rooting for this for him. But if he's just awful in preseason game number 2, next week's conversation
is he a
did the Bears make the right pick? Like, oh my gosh.
Logan Webb highlights.
He was great.
Yeah, he was wonderful.
They needed.
We talked about that yesterday, and he did what aces do. He went on and he stopped the bleed. And we'll talk a little bit about Logan Webb today because I think the Giants have to ask some hard questions about Logan and about their future. Cut number 3, please.
Cut number 3.
Power I. First and goal inside the 5. Allen under center. Give it to Mason at the 5 and spun down and banging and bumping and all the way to the goal line. Touchdown, 49ers.
Is that your Mason?
Yes, it was, as a matter of fact. Yeah, he plays football, too, as well.
I got a job.
I thought I'd run it into the end zone.
We have this ongoing bit with Mason, right? So we had my mom and dad and sister and brother-in-law came over yesterday for late birthday dinner and stuff. And we have this bit going with Mason. So he just caught Avery as far as height goes. They're both 5'9",
Really?
5'10".
He's a pastor?
Right. And so we had this whole thing where it's like, he wants to grow so bad. It's really pissing him off. And I'm like, and I'm tall. Melissa's tall. He's
going to be tall.
He should be a moose. But the funny thing is that, so Melissa's dad wasn't that tall. I think he was 5'11". Her mother was maybe he was 5'10".
Only 5'11".
Right,
Yeah.
right. I know. And my uncle David, who, speaking of who I was named after, my dad's 6'4". My uncle David's like 5'9".
Oh wow.
Yeah, and also started balding early. Like there's no balding with my dad and I both have high hairlines, but we don't bald. But my Uncle David is like shorter and balder. And I was like, sometimes it skips a generation, buddy. That might be you. I mean, the red hair, right? Like nobody has that. You might meet.
He's not a fan of Uncle David.
Well, he loves his Uncle David. He's not a fan of his height.
Yeah,
and he is scared.
And his hair.
What if you're 6 foot the rest of your life? What if this is as good as it gets?
Wow.
I mean, it's like the one thing we can really get him on. I hit mine at like 15, 16. That's where he's at right now. Anyways, Saints, Niners, Saints.
Let's win.
Yeah. I think honestly, it's going to tell us a lot about this year.
I agree.
We're going to talk about that later. And what do you really get out of the preseason? What can you pull out of it? What's the point of watching? I mean, there is maybe. It just depends on your level of fandom, if you will. But we got that on the schedule this weekend. We got a big UFC this weekend as well. We got stuff to watch. We'll take a break. When we come back, what stands out, if anything, about the schedule? And let's get meta here. What really, not meta, that's the wrong word. Let's get philosophical. What is your biggest worry going into the preseason camp and all that stuff? We'll take a break. We'll come back after this. And by after this, I mean me telling you about my friends over at American Energy Heating and Air, the second opinion partners, if you will. Had somebody text me yesterday. I won't say the name of the company, but they were working with a very well-known HVAC group here in town. Their air conditioner was not blowing cold air. Turns out they didn't need a complete replacement, but like the solenoid cyanide was, I don't know, something happened. And, it wasn't, $20,000 or anything. It wasn't crazy, but it was in a 4-figure type thing. And they heard the commercial. They called my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. They didn't tell them what the bid was, nor did American Energy Heating and Air ask what the bid was. So they come out. They do a quick second opinion. Said they were out here for maybe 20 minutes. It helped because they told them what the other place said was wrong. They confirmed it. And then within the hour in their email, they had a bid. Beat it by over $500. That's it. They saved $500. What could you buy for $500? Like that's an Xbox, man, and a couple of games. That's a PlayStation. That's a couple really good dinners. All for 20 minutes of time, having somebody come over for free and just give you a second opinion. That's what I'm talking about. Plus, you have the peace of mind of knowing a company is doing the work that's been around since 81 and has an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. 1 minute break. We'll come back. Schedule talk next.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
And a handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10-5. Touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center with your Friday forecast. We're looking at plenty of sunshine for today and temperatures nice and cool for the morning start. For the afternoon, we're going back to average. Highs will peak today in the low to mid 90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Coach Doug Christie here to remind you, if you're in the market for a new car, shop Folsom Lake Kia. Low interest rates, low payments, and zero down deals with approval of credit. Folsom Lake Kia, over 25 years, right here in Folsom.
Dawn or dusk, I'm on the hunt. Skeeter here, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District, and I'm wearing Skeeter Vision, night vision goggles that light up skeeters at dawn or dusk like the 4th of July. Mosquito, 12 o'clock. Got him. So fight the bite by wearing long sleeves and pants at dawn or dusk when they're most active. Apply insect repellent and drain stagnant water. It's a breeding ground.
Dawn or dusk, the Sacramento Yolo Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you to fight the bite. For more information or to report problems, go to fightthebite.net.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
I'm going to take you for a little ride so you know I'm telling the truth here. So this is the song Short People by Randy Newman.
Yeah.
Chris is doing a fun bit, a call back to me talking about my son worried about growing. Yesterday, we were talking about Jennifer Warnes and the duet queen, Growing Pains. Love Lifts Us Up Where We Belong. And, of course, Burn On.
I've had the time of my life.
I've had the time of my life, Dirty Dancing. So follow me here. Dirty Dancing, she sang that with the great Bill Medley. Okay. Bill Medley also sang one of the signature songs to the movie Major League. But the other signature song that opens Major League is a song called Burn On by Randy Newman, which I was listening to on the way home yesterday.
Oh, wow.
And then it's really weird to me that Chris then recalls Randy Newman this morning, because I can't remember the last time I listened to a Randy Newman song that wasn't Toy Story related.
Yeah.
But I found myself driving home, singing along to Burn On, Big River, Burn On, and then here we go.
Short People.
With his very offensive take on Short People.
Yes, that song brings memories to me because I was a late grower and my brothers used to sing that song to me.
Yeah. You were a shower. And then you grew.
Yeah.
So your brothers used to mess with you by
singing that, taunting me.
Okay.
My older brother grew like he was the opposite, grew fast. So he was early, 4 years older. He was just we were gargantuan different. Like
who's taller now?
We're literally we were in the Bay Area one time. What is that called? The museum, Lawrence Hall of Science or something like that. We literally measured, and I think we were the exact same.
Really?
But I say I'm taller.
So real quick as we get into scheduling, how old were you when you do that about? Like when he teased you?
Anywhere from probably 10 to 14.
So did it get to you?
Oh, I didn't like it at all.
And what did 10-year-old Jason Ross say to his brother?
I don't know that I said. There was a couple times where if I ever got really mad, I went for it. I tried to fight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you weren't like, stop.
Oh, I'm sure I did that. But, when you're also so little.
Yeah.
It's just like.
What are you going to do? Well, you have low center of gravity. Take him down, a little ground and pound.
Sneak attack.
Yeah,
but then it's, just no weight behind you, so tiny.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do anything.
My older cousin, she's 3 years older than me.
Please tell me she used to beat the hell out of you.
She used to make fun of me for how short I was. Like, oh, you're so tiny. This is when I was like 8 and she was 11. She was probably about 4'10" then.
Oh, towering over you.
She's 4'10" now.
It's weird. I don't know if this is science or not. I just know my experience in my school. The girls all grew faster than boys in elementary school.
Yeah, that's generally what happens.
We had this one girl, Amy Solov, who in elementary school. I mean, I'm sure she wasn't 6 feet tall, but it
felt like it. She was like Shaq.
Poor girl.
Yeah.
Because I think I saw her not that long. I saw her years later at a elementary school reunion we had. Yes, we did. And she was, normal, if you will.
Yeah.
She didn't stand out with her height. But golly, being a 5th grade girl and just towering over literally the whole class.
Yeah.
That had to leave a mark. Or maybe built up a little character.
Set the screen.
Anyway, we have the schedule in front of us, kids. The Kings open up Thursday, October 24th was broken in this chat room by Ward.
Shout out Ward.
Montgomery. Minnesota, 7 p.m. And then they go on. I don't like this. They open on Thursday and then off Friday, then Saturday, then they're on the road against the Lakers, and then they're back for Portland, and then they're off on a 4-game road trip, including Atlanta, Toronto, and Miami. Like right out of the gate, we're off to the East Coast. Cross-country trip. I don't know, man. Look, it's 82 up, 80, right. 41-41. There's a couple of where it's like, okay, well, hey, we only play the Pelicans 3 times instead of 4. That's cool. But we play them twice on the road and only once at home.
Yeah, I think it's like 3 times in
like 6 days.
Yeah.
National TV, we still don't really count NBA TV, right?
I haven't. But...
Yeah. Their first national TV game, January 16th at home versus Houston. ESPN, Golden State.
ESPN.
The Indet Dome, as I like to call it, because England, at the Clippers, March 9th. By the way, that's on ESPN. By the way, did you hear about there were some issues?
Yeah, was it the first concert?
It was the first concert. It was Bruno Mars, and one of them at first. So it's a cashless,
ticketless as well.
Ticketless, whatever. Which I'm going to guess MC doesn't like, but let's see in the chat. I'll bet you he's against that. I could be wrong. Be honest. And they all broke down. So, like, there was no way to get – they were just screwed, right? Obviously, they fixed it. And then Bruno Mars is doing a set, and I guess there was a gentleman – well, actually, I don't know if it was a guy. Maybe it was a girl. I don't know. I think he said a guy. He had to stop down. It was like, can we get security over here? Someone's having an issue. And I guess they had to, like, carry the guy out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and, like, he was like, hey, can we get – it's like, hey, let's get security over here, and then kind of – and then I guess nobody did anything. And he's like, hey, do we have security? Can we get him over here, please? And hopefully the person was okay.
Yeah,
exactly. But not the, look. Do you think when they open a new arena, I know they didn't do that for us, but do they do something like break a champagne bottle on the wall? Like,
I bet there's something.
There's got to be a new arena.
Ribbon cutting.
Cut the ribbon. I know when we started the arena, there was the shovel. But
like right before, what was it first year? Paul McCartney's first show.
Yeah.
Did something happen to signify the opening of the building?
I was at that show.
Chris threw up in the building.
I'm most likely the third person to throw up in.
Wait, what?
The first person to throw up in Golden One Center.
How'd you throw up in Golden?
I got sick.
Was this on a tour?
No, it was at the wrestling show.
Which event was that? Like the second event, third event?
Technically the third event because there's 2 Paul McCartney concerts.
Yeah.
So the third.
But he might have been the first vomit in the arena.
Most likely.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Hey, isn't there like a signed
piece of vomit?
No, like, isn't there like a beam? Not that beam, but like that's signed by everybody. Didn't we all sign it? Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Where is it?
Somewhere in the rafters, I think.
Do you still have your hard hat?
I do.
Yeah, me too.
Want to bring him in?
We should.
Yeah. Let's, hard hat day.
Yeah.
Want to see my hat?
Want to see my hat?
Want to see it?
So they'll be down there for that against the Clippers, and that's on ESPN, TNT at Golden State. So 2 of those Golden State games are on real national TV. March 25th, home Oklahoma City, TNT. Wednesday, April 9th, home Denver, ESPN. So what I do like is 1, 2, 2 of 3, 2 of 4, 3 of 5, 4 of 6. 4 out of their 6 big national TV games are at Golden One Center.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Of course you want it there.
Right.
And then one of them that isn't is at the Intuit Dome, which they want to put on national TV. I completely respect that. And then the other one's at Oracle with the Warriors.
Yeah.
So really, honestly, a good job by the TV folks.
For sure.
Is there anything that jumped out at the schedule, Jason, when you're like, why?
I did look at back-to-backs in like 3 and 4 nights, and I thought they had a pretty large amount of that. That's kind of common. That happens a little bit more with the West Coast teams. Mm-hmm. I would say of all the years doing this, I've done it long enough to run let's say, for example, Dallas is coming into town, and then they'll be like, oh man, our schedule, right? Like everybody kind of has their schedule complaints.
Right.
It's just a universal thing. But I think when you're a West Coast team, a lot of times, I mean, generally the Kings go east like 2 to 3 times. And if they go, it's 6, 7 games. Whereas like if you're saying Dallas might be home at Detroit, back home at Memphis, back home to Minnesota,
right,
back home. It's like, wait, what? Like the Kings rarely go for a one-off road trip. Like if they're on a road trip, it's a trip. It's 2, 3, 4, 5 games, maybe 6. So it's just different. I think it's by geography a little bit too, and obviously arena availability. But I think history shows that December is generally a home month. February is a road month. There's usually another, like March has a lot of home games.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar, just placed a few tweaks here and there.
I think we can nitpick, of course. I honestly think it's fine.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing. Even like that last 6-game road trip, you got, I think, Orlando and Cleveland, but then it's like Charlotte, Detroit.
Yeah.
Like it seems like they kind of take it easy on them. Chris just sent me this thing. It's the Golden One Center ribbon cutting with, let's see, that's Darryl Steinberg, Matina, David Stern, rest in peace. Looks like Vivek and KJ are both cutting it. The ribbon, Chris Granger. I'm not sure who the other, the other 2 are flanking Chris Granger. I don't know who they are. There you go. Oh, you want my glasses?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing Golden One representatives.
There. You know what? That's a good guess. Also, what is this? From the 209, Gwen Stefani's private showing at the gala was the opening celebration. Yeah, kind of, but that wasn't open to the public. That was they started doing a gala. I think they stopped it.
In LA or here?
No, it was here.
Oh,
and it was so weird because there was, I don't know, it's hard to count. There might have been like, because Katie and I went, and it was like maybe 200 people.
Oh, wow.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And the whole floor was open. It was like food, and it was really well done. Then Gwen Stefani gets up, and the first, as soon as she gets up, like everybody just, goes right up there. But then by like she did like a full set. I think by the 3rd song, everyone was just like back to the food and drinks. And there was like, no joke, like 20 people up front, like into it, and everyone else was just kind of mingling around. I remember looking and going, God, this is kind of weird. Like, you have a superstar up here.
So there was doubt.
There was a lot. Jason's retiring. It's official. Safer out. Let's ask some Logan Webb questions, if you will. Also, the A's and Kings, 3 games on the same day. I got a question for you as well. And the hot dog. Is it the undisputed champion of Ballpark Eats? Yeah, we'll talk about it. Hard-hitting stuff next.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
The handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10, 5, touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. And Chad, I got to admit, there is a
buzz going on around the dealership.
That's because we have huge savings up to $14,000 off MSRP on hard-to-find new 2024 Ram Heavy Duties. And with over 400 new Ram trucks available, there's no other way to describe it except Hoblet's Ramapalooza.
Okay, well, what's this brand new Hoblet certified pre-owned super center I keep hearing about?
We are super excited to celebrate the grand opening of the Hoblet certified pre-owned super center. We have over 200 used cars available and over 80 under 20,000. Whatever type of car you need, Hoblet can help.
You've got to see the new Hoblet certified pre-owned super center for yourself. Check out their full inventory at hobletdodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
14,000 total net savings on select new 2024 Ram 2500 Laramies after 8,000 Hoblet dealer discount and 6,000 factory rebates. Rebates may include 3,000 in Hoblet select coupons. Hoblet trade-in assistance up to $2,000. Rebate for eligible trade-ins. All coupons available while supplies last. 5 of this net savings. See dealer for details.
What's wrong? My travel rewards card didn't earn enough miles for my vacation.
Are you crying? Are you crying because of that other credit card?
Uh-huh.
Well, switch to the Capital One Venture card. Venture lets you redeem miles on any travel purchase.
Really?
Yep, and you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every single day. The Capital One Venture card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey, I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Most amateurs like to play for something on the course, and you'll be pleased to know the USGA doesn't object to informal wagering when it's a friendly bet with your friends. Some of the most popular wagers are the Nassau, which is 3 bets. Low score on the front, low score on the back, and a low score for the full 18. In a round robin, 2 members of the foursome team up against the other 2, but the catch is the partners rotate every 6 holes. In skins, the player that wins the hole earns the skin. If there's a tie, the skin is carried over and the next hole is worth 2 skins. And of course, don't forget wagers for greenies, landing your shot on a par 3 green, sandies, earning a save from the sand, woodies, parring after hitting a tree, and of course, arnies, parring without hitting the fairway in honor of Arnold Palmer. So play away. Your amateur status is safe. For Golf to Go, I'm Frank LaRosa.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Chris is way too good at the game I play with him. We don't play together, but
you guys started playing together on the cruise ship? You vacation together?
Kind of funny if you could play with that'd be hilarious. You could play Royal Match with friends, like co-op, where it's like his move then my move. Like, no, don't do that.
Oh, you would hate that.
I would. Or you would. You're the one that's on level 19,000. I don't know what to do.
You don't even know about the double honey.
That's thick.
That's thick. That's girthy honey. Safe or out, question 1, please.
Logan Webb pitched another gem. Let's just say that. He pitched another gem.
Yeah.
Safe or out for his good.
Wait, hold on. I wrote it. Why did I put Logan Webb pitched another gem lately? What? That must have been an autocorrect.
Yeah, I don't even know what this.
I don't even know what that. Yeah, I don't either.
Well, the next line, safe or out for his good and the team. Okay.
Yeah.
For his good and the teams, the Giants should deal him in the offseason.
Okay, what I'm saying is really well written by me. Logan Webb pitched another gem. Safe or out, what I should have written is, for the betterment of both him and the team, should the Giants consider dealing him?
Lately.
Gem. Yeah. Now, let me be incredibly clear. Logan Webb, I'm biased. He's my favorite baseball player. Rockland, my team, the Giants.
Loves the Kings.
He is my favorite. He is my favorite player. Is
that a lie detector?
I know, right? That's not excited. I don't want him to go anywhere. But also, I think I can convince myself that they should entertain it for both team and Logan Webb reasons. Like, Farhan Zaidi's terrible, and I'm on record saying he's terrible. I'm sure I wouldn't be any better, but I can tell you right now, if I did get the no, you know what? I would be better than him. You would be better than him. Chris would. First thing I would do is I'd say, what are our assets? We need to restock. Look at what the Orioles did. We need to restock. But, oh, by the way, we have payroll to work with, too, so maybe we can get some free agents. Make it happen. It's not just that I think they can get a nice haul for Logan Webb, but it's also Logan Webb needs to be on a team that is contending for a title, and he needs to not be having these years like he is right now. I looked at his performance last night, Jason, which was absolutely flipping wonderful. But here he is, 11-8 and a 3.17 ERA. Now, I guarantee you I could go through every one of his starts and find like 4 where he's done like 8 innings, 1 earned, and no decision or a loss. So all you do, take away 4 losses and add him in. Now all of a sudden he's 15-4? That's a big difference. Right. And I just don't want to see the best years of his career spent in mediocrity. So it's one of those, if you love the caged bird, let it fly. Yeah. I hate it, but maybe it's the best thing for him.
I think you gave the answer in there, though. Do you Farhan trading him?
No, I don't. You're right.
I think your premise is right. Like they would get a haul or could. I don't trust him.
No, you're right.
And I don't, as much as we've been kind of down on the Giants, I don't think they're quite there yet to say, hey, we're better off moving him, because I still think they could get a few pieces around him and be right, but I hate to see him waste this opportunity.
That's interesting. So if you took over the Giants day after the season starts, do you think they're closer to, okay, we have some pieces we need to add and contend, or closer to, all right, we have some pieces, but we're not going to get there with this. We need to fall back and rebuild?
I think they're closer to being a player.
Contender?
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, but not there. It's not like they're a move away, but I think that if it's done right, yeah, I think they could do it.
Question 2, please.
The A's and Kings have 3 games on the same day, all in early April. Safer out. Jason, you might try to catch both if it works timing wise.
Lately.
Yes.
Lately.
Yeah.
So obviously,
yes,
because of your Kings duties.
Safe.
But if it's like a 1:05 game and a 7 p.m. start, yeah,
because I think the first of the conflicts, these are both games at home, right? Kings at home and A's at home. I think the very first one that happens is April something, and it's a Wednesday.
They're all in April, weirdly enough. They're all like within a week of each other.
I think that first one, there's a decent chance that Wednesday game for the A's would be a 12:30.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
first chance to have both at the same time.
As soon as I saw that, I thought of you.
Yeah,
it's like he's
why
gonna
not
do it
and just go right over to the arena.
You'll be tired by the time you get done.
I'm sleepy.
But little 5'1" Jason Ross, though, if he'd have been told that he would have probably gotten a pair of tickets comped for the A's game in Sacramento and then rolled right into his paid gig.
Sacramento? I'll never live there.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm not moving to Texas.
Safer out. A hot dog is the undisputed champ of baseball eats at the stadium.
Safe?
With a question?
But not for me. I acknowledge that the hot dog for the populace is.
So what is it?
It's because it's not enough. I need more hand to mouth time. There's no way I'm going to say this without. Go ahead. There's no way, dude. So I'm just giving myself over to it. Go ahead and meme away there, pal.
Gross.
I need more. Like I need more. I need a
2
longer.
hot dogs.
No, it's because a hot dog is bite, chew, swallow, bite.
So it's like every food ever.
Yeah, but like popcorn, okay, if you give me a handful of popcorn and a big bite of a hot dog, I can swallow the popcorn quicker. So for me, popcorn or peanuts. Well, peanuts.
So it's an ongoing, it's grazing.
Yes, thank you, Jason. You just crystallized it in a way I wasn't doing. Yes, I need to graze during game. Honestly, and this is going to reinforce every stereotype. The Raider Burfs are going to have fun with this, but it's true. One of the coolest ballpark foods I've ever had was at a Niner game, and it was just on a whim because the line was shorter for obvious reasons. is they had a big old giant thing of salted edamame. And my goodness, what a great ballpark food. First off, it's soybeans, so that's healthy, they say. Secondly, you grab it and and then you throw it in the little other thing, the garbagey thing that they give you too. And
they give you both?
Yeah, you get one, so you're not throwing it on the ground. That's my thing. Popcorn, peanuts. I think edamame should be a thing at everything. I know it was like, ooh, wine and cheese and edamame. Hey, whatever, it's soybeans. Yeah. What do you want?
What about seeds?
Sunflower seeds, absolutely. Yeah. Sunflower seeds are fantastic because you can do all, that takes a while. I like to put a big handful in my mouth and then work them through. I don't do that. I know some people that do one sunflower seed. Those are serial killers.
Brownies?
I'm not a serial killer.
That brownies, they had them in the media room one time. They were good.
All I've ever seen is
I know, and it's like the one.
What about overseas?
What's the food overseas?
Yeah.
It depends on the season, honestly, because last year I had
I feel like popcorn shrimp or whatever. There's a lot of those.
They have this, like, I don't know how to describe it. They call them pasties. It's like a
pasties.
It's like a not breaded. I don't know what is it. It's like a pot pie inside of a
like a Scotch egg
pockety kind of thing.
Oh no,
yeah, no, it's and that was good in the wintertime. And they'll serve this stuff called it's called Bovril beefy drink.
Oh.
No, you're right. Except in the wintertime, dude, it's super good. But I couldn't touch it.
Drinking gravy?
Huh?
No, it's like
bouillon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of a thicker broth, right? You just pour
beef stock.
Yeah. But in the summer, like when watched it at the game in Austria, they had a full on like kielbasa sausage that they slice up for you, and they have all kinds of mustards and stuff. You just sit there and eat that with some fries. That was a fine dish. And then they have breadsticks, just randomly breadsticks in a bucket that you grab one and with the little tong.
Has that not made its way over here?
Right?
Get your bucket of bread, guys.
Bucket of breadsticks. Anyways,
he's got a bucket.
What is?
For me, it's hot dog. Yeah, it's champ.
When we come back, what are you looking for in this weekend's preseason games? What sport has the best, or should I say most entertaining preseason? We'll talk about that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Hey, listen up. Get ready for an incredible lineup of live music and events with the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. First off, it's Michael Franti at the Backyard in Sacramento on August 23rd. And Soul Fest 24 Live will be at Thunder Valley August 24th. Then take a trip back in time with 80s Rewind at Thunder Valley on September 1st. September 4th, it's Montgomery Gentry bringing their rockin' country to the Crest Theater. Then Train and REO Speedwagon will be at the Toyota Amphitheater on September 6th. And the Doobie Brothers are appearing there on September 10th. Also on September 6th, check out live music at Crawdads on the Lake with Jared Neiman. And you don't want to miss the Lodi Grape Festival, September 12th to the 15th, featuring Joe Nichols and Smash Mouth. And you'll laugh out loud with George Lopez at Hard Rock Live Sacramento, September 21st. And looking ahead, it's Bad Religion at Hard Rock Live Sacramento on October 19th. And that's your Sacktown Sports live events calendar, keeping you up to date on the hottest live shows in town.
At Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, we make the dream of owning a new car easy and stress-free.
With prices that you just can't say no to. Save on our best selection of the year during the final days of the Honda Summer Event.
Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company sold on report.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you,
Lightning and the thunder.
sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration, and the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
For most of the people that walk in our store, it's been an ongoing, nonstop issue, and they're finally walking into the Good Feet store. Okay, the guy that came into my store last year that has had plantar fasciitis for 30 years. I looked at him, I said, "Are you kidding me? I've been here for 14. Where have you been?" I helped relieve a problem that's plagued him for 30 years. I mean, how do you not go home and talk about that?
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
Experience a golf tournament as refined as you are. The Pro Court Championship at Silverado Resort, September 12th through the 15th. Be there as the best of Napa meets the best of the PGA Tour. With world-class wine experiences, breathtaking views, and incredible golf. It's like this weekend was made for you. The Pro Court Championship, September 12th through the 15th. For tickets, go to ProCourtChampionship.com.
Whitey here reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. Bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meats with the amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned me into a grilling pro with features other grills cannot match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty. I may never want to cook indoors again. Napoleon grills and accessories are now available at your nearby Amy's, Ace Hardware in Sacramento, and now El Dorado.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Take it on the local level. Live and local, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. Sacktown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
YouTube. Just go to YouTube, search Sacktown Sports, subscribe if you haven't already. And you can watch us, listen to us, do all that. Also, you can text us and, get in the chat there, by the way. Text us at 916-339-1140. On the YouTube chat, Troy brings up a good point, by the way. Hello, Troy. That's not a name I see too often. Troy Perry says, what about all the Kings-Niners conflicts? Come on, schedule makers. Check out December 1st.
Yeah, we've got that listed later in the show.
And others.
Yeah.
And you'll have to wait until later in the show to find out. But there's some conflicts.
Yes, there are. Some decisions to be made.
There's some conflicts going on. That's not great.
Yeah.
Maybe the luckiest thing, and one of the luckiest things that ever happened in my life is that I happened to have really good seats for a Kings game. This is about 10 years ago. And I was in the seats with my wife, and I was holding the phone like if you're not watching on YouTube, I was holding the phone out in front of me, and someone took a picture of it. And it looked like we didn't know any better, like I was courtside taking a selfie, right? It just so happens that a guy who actually became a really good friend of mine, Benny Aziz, who used to work with in the mayor's office, he was behind me and simultaneously took a picture from the back. And they both put him out on Twitter, and I got killed for taking a selfie. And I was like, I swear to God, guys, I was watching the Niner game. The Niners were on. I was watching the Niners while the Kings game was on. I was able to post the picture of me watching the Niners game from the back to clear my name, but didn't think about the fact that people know how to Photoshop out there. So there were also several pictures out there on Twitter of me from behind holding the phone next to my wife, and there were all kinds of things they put on my screen. Set the screen. Most of them not suitable for children. And that's my Niners and Kings story. It's a really
fun
good story.
with
fun with Photoshop.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Niners Saints this weekend. We're barreling down the preseason road. What do we have? One more week?
Yeah.
God, can it just get here?
I know.
We shut everything down for 2 weeks. Come back opening day before opening day. Opening Thursday. I'll even count Thursday as an opening. That's fine. It is the final game of the week along with the Packers Broncos. There's 2 games on Sunday. The Niners will host the Saints. New Orleans favored by a point.
Oh no.
Is that amongst the biggest betting degenerates?
Yeah, I feel like it is.
Betting on preseason.
Yeah. Now maybe those that do that on the regular, like maybe that's the secret.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look, not that many people do it.
Right.
This is a chance to make your money, but
it's true.
I feel like that is.
It is true. Back when I used to bet, because I don't anymore, of course.
Does your friend bet on preseason?
My friend does not bet on preseason. But to your point, though, there was a good solid probably 3 to 5 years where I was really able to clean up on mixed martial arts because
you were ahead of the curve.
Exactly, because it was a newer sport. Been into it for a while. It's never a perfect science. Anybody can win on it. Right, exactly. But if you're ahead of the curve on certain things, you get a little bit of an edge, and that matters.
I knew someone who was ahead of the curve on Tyrese Halliburton assist with the Sacramento Kings.
Wait, what?
Tyrese would always have like an over-under of like 4.5 to 5.5 assists a game.
Easy money.
They just up for until the public catches up. And that's the thing. The really good bettors spot these holes in the game or whatever. They exploit them, the sharps, if you will. They exploit them. And maybe I think you might be right. There's people that are like, oh, I know that these guys aren't playing, and I know everyone. We're not.
Or just they know the depth of a roster. It's like, hey, their twos are so really good, and
right, because there's a reason why the Saints on the road against the defending NFC champions are favored by 1. There's a reason. I don't know what it is, other than the Saints. It looks like are going to play better players than the Niners are, at least according to Vegas. But when watching, as the preseason progresses, I tend to watch a little more. But what do you, and you're kind of an anomaly in the sense that your football team is pretty much UCLA. Like you're kind of an NFL nomad. But what do you look for in preseason, if anything?
I guess it would be if there's discussion in camp on different teams of, okay, this is a position battle. So, and if those players are playing in a preseason game, something like that, certainly the first and foremost is injuries. Like you don't want a situation where you come out and somebody is injured to a point where they're going to miss a significant amount of time. That's the worst thing that could possibly happen. But other than that, I mean, like to me, the exciting things league-wide are some of these QB battles because quarterback's such a high-profile position. Niners don't have that.
No.
I honestly would take nothing from this game if the Niners won 50-0 or lost 50-0, right? Like if they lose 50-0 and we're back here on Monday, I don't feel like there's a game breakdown. We're like, wow, well, I think it'll be different when Purdy and McCaffrey and Trent Williams and Debo, we would react differently if that was a regular season game and they lost by 50, right? So I don't know what I think this is 100% for the coaches. And for those kind of position battles.
Guys trying to make it.
Yeah.
Guys trying to get an edge.
Yeah.
And because football is so dangerous, I mean, look, I'm not denying that game time experience, even in preseason, is better than camp experience. But why risk it?
Yeah. And more doing like starters are not playing. Like there used to be a series, maybe 2, and then by like what was it when they had 4 preseason games? Like the third, they'd maybe play a half.
Yeah,
and then the fourth one was like, okay, everybody shut down. Okay, right. But now there's 3 generally, and I don't know.
Matt Milano, the Buffalo Bills, one of their star linebackers, is out indefinitely with a torn biceps.
Okay.
Or torn bicep, I should say. 2 Bengals reserves were carted off the field at practice yesterday, to the point why would you possibly want to put Deebo Samuel and Brock Purdy? You know, Brock Purdy's behind center for a series. Well, what if Django McGee decides to roll through the line? He's trying to make the team and just annihilates Brock Purdy. Well, he's doing disaster.
Right.
Your whole season's done.
Right.
Why would you even, and not to mention the other J.J. McCarthy-esque stuff that could happen.
Yeah, and then even besides the that part, how much, I don't think the Niners are necessarily worried about the Saints playing them in the future, but it's, hey, we're putting more stuff on tape because coaches all study that. So it's like, how much of whatever you've added to your playbook are you showing now? Right? I mean,
that's true.
That's the other part of this too.
Show your hand.
Yeah. So, do you think we'll get to a point where they won't have preseason games? Because,
I would like that.
And I know there's the money element, right? Where, hey, it's another game at home.
But the talk is that they do away with the preseason to add that 18th game.
Yeah.
Which I think is what's going to happen.
And then more joint practices.
Yes.
I think, we don't see it. We don't have to see it. But that's, I think, more productive.
I think that's the way to go because preseason really is just it's a money grab.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have your NFL honks that are going to watch a little. It's better than no programming. But an extra regular season game outweighs 3 preseason games.
Yeah, and honestly, I can't remember. I don't always. Have you felt like the stadiums? It's still football, so people are going to go, but it's not a Sunday where it's like, hey, this place is packed because everybody's into it.
Is there a sport that you would think has the best preseason?
Just in general, that doesn't sound like anything positive. Baseball, I mean, training camp's so long.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like it's that. I don't feel like it's football. I guess by default, I say it's basketball.
I agree with you.
And I don't know.
And by the way, that's
But there can be, like, I go back to last season, I think had one of the best preseason. The Kings and Warriors was one of the best preseason games I can ever remember.
Well, and Lakers Kings back in Vegas, the big brawl.
Yeah.
Would you consider Summer League preseason?
I don't
think so. I see what you're saying, but no.
Because I would almost say that's better than preseason basketball.
I don't disagree with you either. I think football's lame. Baseball is just like baseball has the best in-person experience, I think, for preseason. The whole spring training.
Make it a trip.
Cold, make it a trip. Go down there. It's warm. You go to a ball game. It's fun. There's good access to the players. Everything's fairly cheap.
You can go to a lot of ball games.
Right. That's like a baseball-a-palooza type of thing, and I love that setup. But I'm not tuning in back home to watch the Giants play a split squad with the Rockies. Right. I couldn't care less.
Yeah, who's pitcher number 74?
I don't care. But look, I, like many of us, have been like on my phone watching the in-house feed with the PA audio of the Kings preseason game because it's not on TV, and I'm watching every second of it. Like dollar for dollar, candy-wise, I'm watching
it's the NBA.
Far more NBA than anything else, specifically the Kings. And I don't know if that's just because of the Kings' obsession, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I think the only bummer about anything preseason is, like, I think there's a general excitement right now for DeMar DeRozan, right?
Yes.
And there should be. So I feel like it would land differently if his first game was the first game.
Yeah.
Now we'll see him in the preseason and we'll get a look, and that's like, oh, I like how this looks, or I wonder the fit, whatever the conclusions will make. But it just feels like it'd be different if it started game 1.
College football doesn't have a preseason.
They just go.
They make it work.
Yeah. It's like the Intuit Dome, brand new building. Like even here, what was the first? Did they play like Maccabi Haifa or something?
Yes. Yes. I think you're absolutely right.
I know the regular season started, I think, with the Spurs, but it's like,
but they beat them by like 40. Yeah. More like Maccabi Baifa. Maccabi Bofa? No.
Yeah.
That's the beat I was doing. The Fox fanfare. I always think of Star Wars whenever I see that too. Yeah. Okay. Well, as we drive towards the preseason, you can drive towards savings with brand new Hobla certified pre-owned super center in historic downtown Woodland. What? Save up to $18,000 off MSRP on select new 30-second break, by the way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Select New 2024 Ram 1500 Laramie and limited Hemi 4x4s. Save up to $14,000 off MSRP on hard to find new 2024 Ram 2500 Laramies. They got the Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xEs, the Charger SXDs. Deals better than anyone else everywhere. It's different with Hoblet. From your big city auto mall dealers, there's no dealer markups. There's no add-ons. There's no surprise fees. Look, what you see is what you get. Take advantage of federal and state rebates with a new plug-in hybrid. Yo, I didn't tell you guys this, man. I got my stickers yesterday. I didn't even realize this till recently. So I drive an electric car, and you put these. The stickers do kind of look lame, but I think you pay like $50, right, for like 3 years or something. And you put these stickers on the side of your car, and I get to drive in the carpool lanes, and I don't pay tolls because it's an electric car. So like carpool lane, it's just me. Yeah. Anyways, I was excited about it. I don't have to have the mannequin in the passenger seat anymore. Number one Ram truck dealer in California. Number 7 in the whole U.S. of A. Search, select, and say you at HobletDodge.com. Tell me good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you. 3 for Madness, and Nicolas Cage is in it. That's all I need to tell you. We'll face off next.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Coming up at 8 o'clock, the show gets markedly better for some reason in the second half. King's schedule notes, what to look for, and conflicts in the world of Sacramento. There's just too many sports in Sacramento.
Yeah, all of a sudden. And the
final Bay Area series starts tomorrow. End of an era, at least for now.
Shout out to the Bay Bridge.
Shout out. When I was on my way back, after we landed in San Francisco, I told you there were 2 traffic jams, right? Because of construction or whatever. One of them was on the Bay Bridge. Can I tell you that's my least favorite place to have a traffic?
It's a beautiful bridge now.
It's a gorgeous bridge. Yeah. I just don't want to be on it ever.
Gotcha.
For any point, at any point ever. Like I can drive over bridges, but I don't enjoy. I'm not like, oh, look at the view. I'm like hands at 10 and 2. I'm staring straight ahead, and I'm trying to, like, if I could get one of them horse things where it cuts off your peripheral vision, I would do that too and just focus on the road. And sometimes it gets windy. I'm just like driving like, like the wind's gonna blow me off the bridge, but I don't like it. You ever been over that Antioch Bridge?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's like a roller coaster going up like that. Yeah, they had a try. We were like at a stop on the Bay Bridge. And I'm not going to lie. Like, look, I don't want to say it out loud, but I'm gonna. But look, I don't think I'm the only one. Like, I'm scarred for life, dude. I'm on that bridge. I'm thinking earthquake.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
Yeah, I don't think I am either. We all have horrible memories of that. Anyways, knock on wood, that never, ever, ever happens again. 3 for Madness, Chris for Lot. Question 1.
Nicolas Cage is set to star as John Madden in an upcoming film. You interested?
I'm interested. Like, I'm interested in watching a car wreck. And maybe it'll turn out well. Now, I'll give you a recent example. I was fairly convinced, not completely, but fairly convinced that a Top Gun sequel was just, dude, they're too old. Leave it alone. Stop being a money grab. You know what? Freaking Top Gun sequel was awesome. I love that movie.
Great movie.
They pulled it off beautifully.
Chris hasn't seen it.
Yeah, I'm not going to see it.
It's great.
Why? I'm just curious.
I just don't want to see a commercial for the military for 2 hours.
All right. Anyways, but the end scene is so awesome, dude. You know when he's got to do the thing?
Yeah, the thing.
He steals the thing.
Yeah.
But my first thought was, and maybe, I don't know, maybe he doesn't have the chops, but I can't imagine, but like, how do you not get Frank Caliendo? I mean, really hear me out on that. Like, not only are you getting the imitation, But look, comedians make the best actors. There's no way he can't pull off John Madden. And no offense to Frank, who is by the way, this is not a joke, as you guys know, a world-class ping pong player, table tennis player. But Frank, I think Frank, not height-wise, but, with the magic of Hollywood, I think we could believe Frank in the body type of John Madden, right? And then on top of that, the mannerisms, he's got it down so much. So when I saw that, I was like, Nicolas Cage, it's going to be a real test of how good of an actor he is, because John Madden, it's not a guy where he can go out and be like, I want to do the thing. Like, you got to be John Madden.
Right.
Great Nicolas Cage impression.
Thank you. So it's like, does Nicolas Cage, he obviously has a John Madden impression. I kind of want to hear it now.
Yeah, I'm interested in the fact that he would have been about the 900th guess I would have made on who would play John Madden. So like, wait, how's this going to work?
Boom, Pat, boom.
But that makes you want to see it. And I think, I don't know. I'm intrigued.
If I'm Nicolas Cage, basically here's what, how like when the Warriors and Kings were having those great games, well, they still do. And you'd make the remark like, why can't they just play each other 82 times? Like Nicolas Cage should just only do National Treasures.
What?
They're so good. I know they've got another one coming. I'm just saying, just do National Treasures.
Well, then he can't do any other movies.
Like what?
What Long Legs.
Oh, I forgot.
That's high praise.
That's high praise. Like, what else has Nicolas Cage done that's worth anything in the last 10 years? And I'm not talking on the Christopher Lloyd scale of,
See, here's the thing, because then I'll just start naming things that he's done, and you're like, well, I've never heard of that.
Yes, I'm talking about like, it was Cheeseball, but Broken Arrow, Living and Loving in Las Vegas, or whatever the hell that one was. That was good.
Wait, Nicolas Cage wasn't in Broken Arrow?
What?
That was John Travolta.
The same thing.
Oh, because he had his face off.
That's why I did it.
Con Air?
That's, what? Honestly, that's what I was thinking.
Honeymoon in Vegas.
Honeymoon in Vegas. Was it that?
Yeah.
No, wasn't it Leaving?
Yeah.
No. Wasn't it the one where he was doing the Gonzo?
Leaving Las Vegas.
Leaving Las Vegas.
He was also in Honeymoon.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, yeah. I wasn't saying you were lying. That's what I was talking about. Face Off.
Kick Ass.
Wait, was that the one with the little girl?
Mm-hmm.
He was. Oh, he was.
He was the dad.
That's right. You know what? Hey, bet you guys can't guess what my favorite Nicolas Cage movie is. By far,
Moonstruck.
No, but not a
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Nope, and he was in that. And National Treasures number 2. I think for
Drive Angry.
Nope. This'll take way too long.
Knowing.
Nope. My favorite Nicolas Cage movie. It's not a long. Well, and let me see if you would even have known it. I'll give you his co-star. What's her face from the Earthquake Asteroid movie?
Oh yeah, obviously.
Blonde, short.
Liv Tyler.
Tia Leone.
Oh, Tia Leone.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Family Guy.
I don't think it's called Family Guy.
Oh, The Family Guy.
The Family Man.
Yeah, whatever. My favorite Nicolas Cage. It's not Family Guy.
I love him as Peter.
It's such a good movie. It's got Don Cheadle in it. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, it's so good. You should watch. It is a family movie. Like the closest it comes not being a family movie is she's in the shower, but you can't see anything because it's like one of them foggy glasses or whatever, so you see an outline. But other than that, I don't even know if there's any swearing in it. There might be.
I mean, should we all give each other a Nicolas Cage movie to watch?
No, because then I have to watch some Nicolas Cage movie you want me to watch, and I don't want to do that because it's going to be. What's the one he just did where he plays himself? The Heavy Burden of something.
Oh, that was.
Was that? Yeah. The previews made it look good. Anyways, I'm interested in this.
Long Legs was great.
I'm sure it was amazing.
Does he play Spider?
He plays the Long Legs.
Really? He plays Long Legs?
Uh-huh.
Please tell me his first name is Daddy.
No.
Well, then there you go. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
The FedEx playoffs began in Memphis yesterday. Are you into it?
Not yet.
Are you into it, Dome?
Yeah, not yet. Look. And there's a story coming out of that in a couple. It involves a robbery and a passport. Yeah, hijinks ensue. The way the FedEx Cup playoffs work roughly is all year long you amass points, and then you get into this playoff series. And they cut down the field each week. It's like top 50 advanced, top 30 advanced, whatever. So you finally get to like the BMW Championship at the end of the year, and what happens is you go for the points order all year long, and then you invert it. So like Scotty Scheffler is going to be the points leader 100%. So he'll start the tournament like -10. And then I don't know who's second. I think it's Schauffele. He'll be at -8, and then all the way down to like people starting at even par. And so basically to win the tournament, you have to catch. So they're trying to make the regular season mean something. And then the winner gets like $20 million. It's like a crazy purse, right? I get into it the more it goes on, but I feel like they're doing it one tournament early.
Yeah.
And later on we'll talk too. Scotty Scheffler got a little loose about it too. He does not like the format whatsoever. But I'll watch on the periphery this weekend just because I watch golf every weekend.
Yeah, I'm less into it than I've been. I'd say before when everybody was on the same tour, right? That's part of it. You don't have all the best people out there. Two, I just noticed as you were saying that, I was thinking I'd do a much better job in my mind. I could remember who won majors.
Yeah.
I can't remember who won the last couple of FedEx Cup. I just don't know. So I guess my answer would be no. I'm not into it.
God, did Scotty win it last year? Yeah.
Scotty doesn't know.
I mean, Scotty doesn't know.
Yeah.
Our guy AB says Madden was greater than Walsh. Bill Walsh. I'm not here for any John Madden slander, so I'm not even going to respond. Even if I disagree, I refuse to slander John Madden. Not going to do it. Rest in peace. Out of both of them, actually. Number 3, please.
Question 3.
How much 49er preseason will you watch on Sunday?
It's gonna so depend on what's going on in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm just sitting around doing nothing, it'll be on.
Yeah.
But also, like 3 days ago, I got back into this video game I haven't played in a while. And it's called Destiny, and anyone who knows what I'm talking about. I started from like the very beginning with Destiny 1, and I'm just playing that a ton. So I don't know. I'll have it out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Same thing that you said. Like if I'm home and you know, it'll probably be on. It's always recorded. Like I always do that. And then it's one of those things like if I don't watch it, let's say, and it's recorded, and I know we'll probably be talking some of it on the show, but the game is
golf
29-3.
Yeah.
And there's like no storylines or no one says like, man, this play or this injury, or like, all right, how much of this do I need to watch? Now, if it was regular season is different. Preseason, just, I don't know. It's just never really moved the needle for me.
But also like, do you do the thing where they have the option of like catch up via key plays? I've never done that. I just have it record. I always see the option, and I've never done that. I don't believe in it.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't believe in that at all.
It's not real.
We'll take a break when we come back. In 3 for Madness, 2 questions ago, we talked about Nick Cage playing John Madden. What, if any, sports media personality? And by the way, I'm aware that John Madden was also a Hall of Fame coach. Don't get me wrong. But the question is, who in sports media do you think would make an interesting biopic? We'll talk about that and more next.
Kevin Herter plays here.
It's Herter. He's been hot. He fires. He's still hot. Kevin Herter from downtown has a 15-point first quarter.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, England, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the Water Wheel.
With only 3 homestands left, the Sacramento Rivercats season is nearing the end. Make your plans to head to the ballpark this week while the Rivercats are in town. Join us on Friday, August 16th for the Mount Core 4 statue giveaway as we celebrate the San Francisco Giants bullpen legacy of Jeremy Affeldt, Santiago Casilla, Javier Lopez, and Sergio Romo. Be one of the first 2,500 fans through the gates to secure this item. For a complete promotions calendar and to purchase your tickets, visit rivercats.com.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can easily find coverage options that fit your budget. If only it was that easy to name your baby.
How about Jaden?
Nope.
Okay. Michael?
Went to middle school with a glue-eating Michael.
Sebastian?
Dated one in college.
How about Damien?
Vampire name.
All right. Greg?
Not feeling it.
Okay. No worries. No worries. Jeffrey?
Oh, love that one.
Wait, really?
No.
Find coverage options that fit your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
When you were young, all you wanted in the summer was an ice cream truck to roll by. Now, you just can't wait for the Harbor Freight parking lot sale or roll around. And it's here. Stop in this weekend to save big. Maybe you're looking to fill up that tool chest. Maybe you're looking for a tool chest to fill up. You'll save money either way. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Valid until August 18th, 2024. While supplies last. Limitations apply.
Sacramento, Dirks Bentley's coming to town. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends. Parmalee, Tyler Rich, Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by RVs of Sacramento and Public Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
I'm on Chris's side. I never liked the original Top Gun and have no interest in the sequel. That's fine.
Haven't seen it. Can't speak on it.
Yeah, I'm not a Top Gun sequel truther, but you're missing out, pal. Come on, man. No spoiler alerts, but I'll sometimes go back on YouTube and just watch that scene where Tom has to pull off the run. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, Tom Cruise runs in the movie?
Not giving it away. Let's just watch it.
I think it's really good.
I think it's really good too.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really
I've
good.
seen it several times.
Same, because no pun intended, but it works. That's a big plane to land. It really is. It's Top Gun. It's a classic, and it's like, what was it, 30 years later?
Something like that.
And they did it.
And actually, I don't know that the first one's that good.
I think the first one was good for when it was, but good in the sense of like it was kind of groundbreaking.
Yeah.
You had like the Berlin song, it was just a cool movie to watch. It was Tom Cruise really kind of coming into his own out of Risky Business. And to tell you, he was doing like Risky Business. And I think he did Labyrinth before that or something. And Outsiders. So he was like this budding.
All the right moves.
And then, you had the Brat Pack that kind of went that way. And Tom kind of separated himself out with Top Gun. And then it was like, boom, Rain Man. And now all of a sudden Tom Cruise is a super duper A-list actor who has had, look, he's a weirdo. Let's get that out of the way. But like, golly, man, he's had himself a career.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could make an argument that Tom Cruise, like in the post De Niro world. So like, if you're just going generations, for Cruise's generation, probably the biggest actor. I don't think he's, Daniel Day-Lewis to me is the best actor, but who's a bigger movie star for that for the 80s, 90s, and now? Who's a bigger movie star over the last 40 years than Tom Cruise?
Tom Hanks?
That's a good one. Tom Hanks is weird, though. And I only mean weird in the sense that, like, he's obviously a massive movie star. But, like, but he's like, how do I say this? Like, and I'm a huge fan. Like, there's not really a cool factor with him. He's just Tom Hanks. He's an everyday guy, which I love. But, like, Tom Cruise is like a movie star. I don't think of Tom Hanks as a movie star in the classic sense, even though he obviously is.
Denzel?
Denzel. I mean, we're talking Mount Rushmore now, but yeah.
Harrison Ford, Samuel Jackson. I mean, that's the group.
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr., yes, but came on really late.
Yeah.
He had issues, and good for him. Came on really late.
Right?
I think, I mean, if we're just talking guys, yeah, I think, I mean, Brad Pitt, but I think Cruise has him. I don't think you put Ryan Reynolds in there yet. I think he's still got to add to the career. I mean, right now he's huge, but he and Hugh Jackman,
The Rock
Dwayne
Johnson
is huge, no pun intended now, but I mean, we're talking what, about a decade? Whereas Cruise is like 40 years right now of like super duper stardom.
Oh, I didn't show this to you. There's a picture taken, I believe is in 84 is at Paramount. And they're taking a picture of like, 70th anniversary of Paramount. And it is all of like the biggest stars at the time for one picture. So it's like Harrison Ford, Tom Cruise.
I just saw this. Yeah. I just saw that.
But then there's like Walter Matthau.
Right. He's this is floating around. Paramount Studios in front. Everyone's got, and there it's, well, you said Harrison Ford, Robert De Niro, but then like Robert Mitchum. You know, it's like, not that Mitchum wasn't huge, but just, did you ever see the one ABC video where they're all singing the song for the upcoming ABC season, and it's got like all the ABC stars in it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, I got to find that at the break. Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh, this is going to be fun to watch with you guys. I want to say it's from the early 80s. So I think there's like a Love Boat, thing.
I'm intrigued.
Is
Charo in it?
I think she actually is in it, as a matter of fact. Good. So Nicolas Cage, fortunately or unfortunately, is going to play John Madden in an upcoming biopic. And it got me thinking. And look, John Madden, as we said earlier, had a Hall of Fame, literally a Hall of Fame coaching career and into a media, but also on top of media, the video game, John Madden, there's a lot going on with him. And I'm like, okay, well, is there anyone in sports media right now? And they could be a former athlete or whatever. Anybody in sports media now where you'd be like, I'd like to see a biopic on that guy or girl.
Sports media?
Sports media. And I'll tell you, one person came to my mind first, which probably isn't the right answer. It's just the first one that popped into my head. And I think you guys are going to hate it, but just hear me out. You're really going to hate it. Chris especially is going to hate this. I wouldn't mind seeing, I actually think you could make a pretty good movie about Bill Simmons. I hear me out, whether you like him or you don't like him. And I get it. He was a bartender. And he started writing a little newsletter. And then ESPN picked him up. They started writing for Page 2, the old red and yellow page. And he was the Boston sports guy. And then he became the sports guy. And he kept writing. And there was a time where, for me, the number one, this was back when you would print things out. The number one, let's just call it morning reading I would have would be a printed out Bill Simmons column. He had his pyramids and his basketball stuff and all that. But then it took a turn because then Bill Simmons got into the behind the scenes stuff. Let's not forget. Now, there's always a group of people and one guy gets too much credit, and I'm sure this is the case here, but Bill Simmons is the father of the 30 for 30, which continues to be some of the best sports content there is. Bill Simmons started Grantland, which I loved, and then left ESPN and now started The Ringer. His podcast is whatever, but he was also one of the early adopters of podcasting. And now he's an absolute titan in the sports media industry. He just is. I'm not saying he's great. I'm not saying you should be a fan. I'm not saying you should like him. But it was the first thing I thought of where it's like you could start out with him as a little kid going to Celtics games with his dad. And then the whole bartending thing. And, look at what you can't deny about Bill Simmons is that he has had an insanely successful career. And I like the way it started. It's a grassroots thing. So, and anyways, that would be my early submission.
I could see the movie where they take him as an inspiration, but the guy's name is like Frank O'Connell or something like that.
I could see
and then
that
he
too.
gets embroiled in some like Red Sox controversy or something like that.
Well, here's what's funny. It would be incredibly self-serving, so he can't do it, even though he probably would do it. But honest to God, Bill Simmons could be a 30 for 30. He could be a 30. The Bill Simmons story could 100% getting all the behind-the-scenes stuff.
I would say more of a 65 or 65.
ESPN would never do it because there's a lot of stuff in there about his negotiations and all. But I would love to hear the backstory on all that because he took on ESPN. And did he lose? I don't know. He left ESPN, but I think it's as much their loss, if not more, than his. Anyways.
I have one. This is going to be a bit of a. I mean, I'm glad I remembered this. This is going to be a bit of a stretch, and partly because I know him or did know him. Rest in peace. One of the most fascinating people I've ever met has a story I don't think that's been told enough. Is former Kings scout Scotty Sterling.
Yeah,
Scotty was originally a sports writer, then was working with the Raiders and was the Raider color analyst on radio. He went to the NBA and was in the league offices, so he's kind of working for the league. He was a longtime NBA scout, was the founder, at least what's been reported, of fantasy football. Like, him and his buddies just kind of originated the concept of, like, hey, let's keep stats. And I mean, there's just so many layers. Went and at one point worked for, I think it was the Pro Rodeo Tour. Like, there's just a lot of layers. You go, wait, that's all him?
I love those stories, too.
So I don't know if, he's known, but is he not known amongst, like, would that just be like one that might be more of like, this almost seems unbelievable. Maybe there's more draw to it because people not enough nationwide knew him, but he was one of a kind.
I think there's a pull for stories like that because you have, let's just take the two we came up with. Everybody knows who Bill Simmons is.
Right.
Most people know what he's done.
Right.
And then you're just kind of watching the behind the scenes of it. And then you have Scotty Sterling, who you know very well. I know, I know
who he is.
Exactly. But 90% of the country doesn't know who he is. And then those
stories should be told.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Sometimes those are the best stories where it's like, wait a minute, what?
He did what?
That was a life well lived.
Yeah. And just cover as for a sports fan. I mean, to be a writer, to be a broadcaster, which that's not unique, but then to be in the front office, to be in a league office, to have created allegedly, reportedly, I mean, he did. I know he regretted like not trademarking, but fantasy football. And where that is now, just that's kind of amazing.
Chris, I don't want to let you off the hook, but I'll narrow it down unless you do you have somebody in mind right away? If you don't, I'm going to help you out.
Go ahead.
There's got to be somebody that it hasn't been done in wrestling, right?
Like Vince McMahon would be the big one.
But hasn't that already been done?
No.
Hasn't there been a 30 for 30 or something? What about what's the one where he's doing the whole cut because he's crying?
Oh, that's Andre the Giant.
Oh.
Who plays him?
Who would play Vince McMahon?
He would play himself.
He got in trouble for that.
Okay, here's from somebody who's not a wrestling fan anymore, like you, like a deep wrestling fan. Has there ever been anything done on Mean Gene Okerlund?
No,
because wasn't he like legit super involved behind the scenes and not just like the announcer guy? I thought he was like part of the business back in the day.
I mean, technically they all kind of were. And then if you're going with like that type of thing, then I guess you would say Jim Ross, but I don't know how many people would be into that. I think the one would be Vince McMahon, and it would be an awful story to tell.
Yeah, but it would be entertaining.
There's been one talked about for a while on Hulk Hogan with Chris Hemsworth playing Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, but you gotta wonder, would Chris Hemsworth want to tell that story himself? What I'm saying is there's been some, things with Hulk Hogan.
I mean, like that stuff came out before the movie was started. So
yeah, that's true. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll give you the FedEx Cup update. You don't care about the golf part. I get it. Well, 3 of you do, and I'm one of them. But the curious case of...
Are you on goofball pills or something?
Involving the Olympics, thievery, the loss of passports, and more. We'll get to that next.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out sacktownsports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on sacktownsports.com.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Labor Day savings now at Maida Chevy with $12,000 off MSRP on every new Silverado half-ton Turbo Max in stock after rebates.
$12,000 off every Silverado LT Turbo Max at Maida Chevy with at least 5 at this price.
Labor Day savings up to $12,000 off MSRP exclusively at Maida Chevy at MaidaChevy.com. Sacramento Silverado headquarters. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers. Must trade in 2010 model year or newer. Ends 9/3/24.
Made a great deal at Maida.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
I would end the day with sore feet, sore legs. The drugstore inserts that I was purchasing were really not very useful at all. I walked into the Good Feet store and the guy kind of grinned at me and said, I hear that a lot. I was living with chronic pain before going to the Good Feet store. Now I don't really have that problem. I'm able to do the things that I expect to be able to do, even at my advanced age. I feel pretty good about what's going on.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
Insurance companies perform a very valuable service, but they want to keep their money. Although most cases settle before trial, it is paramount that the insurance companies know that if pressed, your legal team has the experience to take your case all the way. For 25 years, Ashton and Price has earned the reputation that if the insurance company isn't fair, we're ready to force them to be fair. My mom used to warn me, wait till dad gets home. Think of us as dad. The best part, there's no fee until we win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
The PGA club fitters at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio know that golf should be fun. They also know that players of all abilities will hit the ball farther and straighter, play better golf, shoot lower scores, and have more fun if they get fitted before they purchase golf clubs. Hagen Oaks delivers the same technology and major brands used to fit PGA and LPGA professionals. See how the game can be even more fun. Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio fittings are available 7 days a week. Make yours today by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531.
It's the River Cats Report. What's going on with the Giants AAA squad? The River Cats Report.
All right, it is time for the River Cats Report. We're getting down to the few precious home games remaining for the 2024 Cats. So now's your chance to make it out to the ballpark before the season comes to a close. Tonight, You know what tonight is? It's Orange Friday. If you missed out on the Mount Core statue giveaway at Oracle Park, the River Cats have you covered, as the item features the bullpen legacy of Jeremy Affeldt, Santiago Casilla, Javi Lopez, and Sergio Romo. And you could be one of the first 2,500 fans to the ballpark gates tonight to claim one. Remaining theme nights left, Dave, for the season are Wild West Night, the inaugural Harry Potter Night at Southern Health Park, and Fan Appreciation Day. You can find out more and, of course, purchase your tickets, as always, at rivercats.com.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
I know you like Harry Potter.
By the way, we have a celebrity in the chat today.
Do we?
Yes, we do. Long time listener, real life friend. Had the opportunity to meet he and his wife years ago when they were hunting for season tickets. And you talk about people you thank for their service. Marcus Mann, who once gifted me a flag, still prime spot right above the computer in the office, my office at home that I look at every day. It was a flag when I was doing the podcast on my sabbatical from his base in Afghanistan that flew for that day with a whole frame and everything. It's truly maybe my most prized possession. This guy is, I think I was trying to catch up in the chat. He was on he said last deployment went a little sideways, was supposed to be an easy Kuwait tour, but the ambassador had other plans for me. Says he always listens, but doesn't, can't chat a lot. But this guy's had us on in the middle of some things that you don't want to be in the middle of. And say he'll thank us and say, hey, it's a piece of home.
Wow.
Far away. And, all we can do is thank him. So
yeah, for sure.
Love having fun with him. Marcus, love you, buddy. Hope the wife and family are well. And thank you so much for all that you do. And it's great. Made my day, made my week to see you in the chat. Hideki Matsuyama went to Paris with his caddy and got his bag stolen and passports. And that was a big deal because they are not American citizens, and had to go back to Japan and scramble. And the caddy still hasn't been able to make it out. So Matsuyama grabbed another caddy, somehow got here. And because he's got to be here for the playoffs, right? Playoffs. But in the middle of all that, those hijinks, if you will, which, I mean, that's a real thing there. He goes out yesterday and fires a 7 under, one shot off the lead. Danny McCarthy and Sam Burns currently tied for first at 8 under. Matsuyama, Chris Kirk, who I believe was yesterday's leader, Victor Hovland, and a few others right behind. But considering the week that Matsuyama had, for him to be able to do that and come through, I mean, it's just sometimes you see that with sports, and it's not like it was anything. Nobody got punched or kicked or whatever. I get it, but that's pretty traumatic.
Sure.
He got a bronze medal in the Olympics, and then he stopped in London on his way to Memphis. And his wallet was stolen, his passport, but the medal wasn't taken. They were probably like, bronze? No, I don't think so.
Not interested.
I only steal gold medals. His caddy and his coach had their passports and visas stolen. They had to go back to Japan, where they've asked for expedited documents, but Matsuyama was able to get out here. So, yeah, picked up a new caddy, doing his thing, and good for him. So that adds a little bit of extra.
Yeah, I wonder how much of an adjustment, if you're so used to a certain caddy, then to have another one, it's not just, anybody knows, it's not as simple as just carrying the bags. There's so much more to it.
Yeah.
So I wonder how much of an adjustment that is.
Well, maybe I wonder if it's going to be like, 700, you're fired.
Yeah.
That was a Happy Gilmore joke.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler, by the way, lost his cool and slammed his club in the bunker yesterday after a rough shot, but also he's not a huge fan, Jason, of the way the FedEx playoffs are set up. And look, this is a guy that's he's almost boring because he's too nice and sweet. And you had the whole arrest thing, but that was, obviously
that's it for him. Yeah.
But he got a little bit loose, man. He said, I think it's silly. I'm quoting him now. You can't call it a season-long race and have it come down to one tournament. Hypothetically, we get to Eastlake. That's the site of the final tournament. And my neck flares up and it doesn't heal the way it did at the Players. I finished 30th in the FedEx Cup because I had to withdraw from the last tournament. Is that really a season-long race? No, it is what it is. Look, I understand where he's coming from. You play all season. But two things. Number one, golf, there has to be some sort of drama for people to care.
Mm-hmm.
And there really hasn't been any drama this whole year. In fact, the last couple of years, there hasn't been any drama because Scotty's just run away with it. It's not even close. He had the points lead damn near wrapped up in probably March.
But again, because the two separate tours, I think who do you think golfer of the year is going to be? Because Scheffler has had an amazing year, but
well, are we counting just tour stuff, or
no?
do we count the gold medal?
Well, that too, I guess. But oh my gosh, I'm just blanking on
Bryson DeChambeau.
No, Schauffele won 2 majors.
Xander Schauffele won 2 majors. Scotty won 1 major.
Did he?
Did he?
No, because Bryson won 1.
Xander won 2, I thought.
Yeah.
Didn't
and
Scheffler win the
who won the Masters? Or was that Schauffele? Now I'm blanking what Schauffele won. Schauffele won.
What the hell? Why
the
can't
PGA
I won the Masters? Why can't I think and remember? I thought it was Scheffler. Scheffler won the Masters.
Okay.
Yeah. Scared me for a second. So when you look at the FedEx Cup points, Scheffler right now has 6,235. Schauffele has 4,300. And then everybody else, 3,200 for Sam Burns, Denny McCarthy with 3,000, and Rory McIlroy with 2,600. I mean, Scotty Scheffler has almost double third place, and Xander Schauffele is 2,000 behind him. 2,000 points, by the way, is good for 10th place.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do something, though, and I think, look, I don't know if it's perfect or not. The PGA is doing the best they can he's getting a giant staggered lead on everybody. And it's like, well, what other sport? Okay, you make the Super Bowl, but you got hurt in the NFC Championship game. Your quarterback's out. And okay, well, you don't win the championship. Well, it's still the same kind of concept. Injuries can happen. You have the thing with golf is that you can play all season. You can play all the tournaments. You're down to the final one. You could be on the final round, hole 11, and you blow up for an 8.
Right.
You're screwed. That's the thing about golf that, look, you throw an interception in football, that's just one interception.
Move on to the next play.
Turn the ball over in the NBA, whatever. Error in baseball, whatever. Even tennis. Oh, I hit it into the crowd. Okay. Golf, you have one bad hole and your entire tournament is screwed. And in this case, it could be your entire year. But I don't know how else golf could do it.
Yeah.
I think they have it about as right as possible.
And they've wanted this. They've wanted this chase for the FedEx Cup, and they've kind of narrowed it down. They've got it better. It's probably not perfect, but it's better.
Who's got it better than them? Nobody.
Nobody.
We'll take a break. When we come back, second half, hour 3 of the program on a Friday. Don't forget, Friday Fun and Games is coming up at 9:40-ish. Celebrity birthdays and crosstalk as well. We'll get back into the schedule, but some notes Jason's put together, back-to-backs and national TVs and so much more. We'll talk about that next.
The only place you'll find Kevin Herter is Sacktown Sports.
Herter's open, steps into 3. He's got the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Kevin Herter, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Shop Folsom Lake Kia for special offers right now. I'm Coach Doug Christie urging you to visit my friends at Folsom Lake Kia and save big on your next new or certified pre-owned vehicle right now. Visit FolsomLakeKia.com.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, England, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Christopher Lod, taking you all the way until 9, and then another hour. It used to be till just 9, but now we do 4 hours for you. Why do we do 4 hours for you? Well, I don't know. Remember Ray Gun? We talked about her yesterday, the breakdancer. Here's her responding to the allegations.
In regards to the allegations and misinformation floating around, I'd like to ask everyone to please refer to the recent statement made by the AOC, as well as the posts on the Ozbreaking Instagram page, as well as the WDSF Breaking for Gold page. Bit of a fun fact for you. There are actually no points in breaking. If you want to see how the judges thought I compared to my opponents, you can actually see the comparison percentages across the 5 criteria on Olympics.com. All the results are there.
Well, that was a whole lot of whatever. All right. You got the Olympics, and then you got all the lawsuits. Nothing says Olympics like, defamation lawsuits and statements, and I don't think she's filed a lawsuit yet, actually. I know the box.
Yet.
I don't know. We said it before. I'll say it. I just don't know why anyone cares enough.
Yeah.
But there's just that segment that just is, ugh, how dare, who cares?
Just move on.
And I don't know if I've missed it, or has there been anyone in Australia that's been like, dude, she took my spot. Like, this is ridiculous.
I think so.
Like, I haven't seen it.
And if there
I
was
want a dance off.
they're that would be with like snapping.
Yes.
And if there is now, they're probably like, thank God she took my spot.
Right.
I don't want any part of that whatsoever. I do want a lot of a part of the Kings season, though. Now that we have the schedule coming out, Jason Ross, I'm going to hand it to you because you did some research here and put quite a bit of work in there. You've got some highlights and lowlights and lights.
Lights.
Just a lot of lights.
Just lights everywhere.
Yeah.
15 back-to-backs. That's one of the most in the league. 14 times, though, they'll play 3 games in 4 days.
That's
like that kind of stuff, when you're like, oh, this is a tough spot because they just played so many games. I mean, it's the way it works.
It is the way it works. But that's some things where everyone has 41 and 41, but it's the nooks and crannies here that can be a little tougher.
Yeah, and then I think it's a year-to-year thing. So, like, I know right away, we talked about it yesterday, like, okay, New Orleans. When do they play New Orleans? Because it was such a problem last year.
Right.
It might be an equally as big of a problem this year. I don't know. But I don't feel like people thought the same way with Houston. They were a problem for the Kings.
They were a huge problem.
The Lakers went 4-0 against the Kings went 4-0 against the Lakers. I'd love to say that'll happen again. Odds are probably not. But
right.
You just never know. Every year is different. Speaking of the Lakers, the 4 matchups with the Lakers, that's going to be done by New Year's.
And that's weird.
Yeah. And conversely, like last year, I think 3 times in the first 10 games they played the Warriors.
Yeah.
So this year, they don't play the Warriors until 2025, till the calendar flips to next year.
That's so weird.
So they're done with the Lakers, hadn't even started the Warriors.
And hadn't played the Pelicans, as we saw yesterday either, until February. And then they play them 3 times in 6 days.
Yeah, another quirk. Not that this is that big of a deal. You only play the Eastern Conference teams twice, but I think 2 in the first 8, they'll be done with Toronto.
Wow.
Which also means a return of Davion early on.
Does Davion get a video?
I don't know. We'll find out November 6th.
He gets a
nice applause.
Yeah, he gets a nice round of applause.
Very likable, worked hard. Nothing. I mean, I don't think everyone's like, Davion's got to go. It's just he's part of the business.
Look, he has a lot of his career left. It's far
I hope for a good one.
But as of right now, and obviously I'll root for him, but I was really wrong about Davion. I really, really thought he would have a better career so far. And I still very much think he could be one of those late bloomers. Just his work ethic, when he hits those jumpers, those rainbows, and he gets hot, I mean, the defense is always going to be there. He's a tremendous defender, but I just feel like there's another gear to Davion that he hasn't been able to consistently put together. Maybe it's the shadow of De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, he's behind one of the best players on the team.
But he's one of those guys that, look, I'm not saying they necessarily should or shouldn't. That's a whole different story on trading him. He's one of those guys I could see the Kings trading in a couple of years being like, ugh, he's good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess let's give him a best case scenario. If Toronto literally commits to him and plays him 28 minutes a game, what's his season look like?
28. I mean, I think the ceiling for him is like 16, 17 points.
That's a pretty good ceiling.
5-6 assists and just lockdown defense.
That's a really high, but that's good. That'd be a good player.
Yeah, like you can't be a Drew Holiday because of the size, obviously, but just somebody that you can put in there at guard that's just going to really, really make a difference.
Yeah. So his return is November 6th. Harrison Barnes returns on December 1st and March 7th.
Harrison Barnes will get the mother of all standing. He's going to get a really good ovation.
Yeah, he should.
DeMar
DeRozan returns to Chicago January 12th. That one's, obviously won't be in this building, but that's a significant return for him.
He'll get a video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We mentioned that earlier, the national TV games. That happens 6 times for this team, but that can also be bumped up.
And just so you guys know, Jason's doing we both agree on this. NBA TV, we're not counting in there. That's TNT and ESPN, correct?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm with you.
Do you?
No, I don't.
And I'm not saying that's a slide on it. That's either our broadcast or the opposing team's broadcast.
Yeah.
I mean, every once in a while there's an NBA TV, like exclusive NBA TV, but that's, I don't know.
I just feel like it's more of a simulcast.
Yeah, generally.
TV. You don't get the big announcers and no offense, but the big national announcers, the studio shows, all that. It's just not the same as TNT or ESPN.
Yeah. And this last one, I think, is something that could be a storyline that it's impossible to tell today because, we can look at the schedule and go, basically we go off of last year and go, man, OKC was good and Dallas made the finals and Minnesota was good. The assumption is they'll be good again, but that's an assumption. We just don't know. The Kings have 5 Western Conference teams that they only play 3 times. It's just the way it has to work. And remember, the schedule came out yesterday with 80 games. There's still the 2 to be made up on the Cup week where the Kings are hoping they're advancing, but if they don't, 2 other games get put in.
Yeah, and this might very well change.
Yeah, so for example, last year, their 2 extra games, they had to play New Orleans again and Phoenix, which were 2 pretty good teams.
Yeah.
In comparison, the Kings went 3-1 in their group play, advanced. Minnesota went 3-1 in the group play, but didn't advance. Their 2 extra games that they got added were Memphis and San Antonio. They won those easily,
right?
And went in a season when, what's the difference between 2 games? Well, if the Kings won 48 games, they were not in the play-in.
That's right.
So
100% right.
This year, the 5 Western Conference teams that they have scheduled, just 3 as opposed to 4, are OKC. So that's 1 less game against the Thunder.
Okay.
1 less game against Denver. 1 less game against New Orleans. That's 3 playoff teams there. 1 less against Houston and 1 less against Memphis. Now, again, 2 separate games could still be added if they're not advancing, but just little quirks there to see. But I think sometimes it's when you play teams, I joke that they play Toronto twice early. What if Toronto's hot early and then by the end they're bad, or vice versa? It's like, man, you don't want to play. I'm trying to think if somebody got better by the end of the year last year, but some teams, like at the end, they're just falling apart. It's
Absolutely.
Like,
they're tanking.
It just worked well to play Portland at the end or whatever. You don't know how it'll lay out before the year, even though we all try to make predictions.
I always have kind of a rule where I want to catch the best teams early and I want to catch the worst teams late.
Yeah.
If you're going to if you're going to beat a Boston in Boston, there could be the whole, it's a hangover, gold medal, playing 3 of their guys. They're just kind of out of sorts in the first month. Now's the time to get them, and a win's a win, whether you get it in October, you get it in April.
Right.
And then the bad teams, well, they're a lot of them are tanking or, trying new things late. So there's little nuances that can help and hurt.
Yeah. And if I remember right, last year, I felt like they had like 1 5-game win streak, something like that. And then really kind of the rest of the year, they were about a 500 team.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you want to avoid obviously the long droughts and the more, hey, they won 3 of 4 or 7 of 10. Like you just want to kind of stay on the right side. You love to be ahead of the schedule and not like, man, there's 8 games to go and they need 2 games to you just want to be in the best position really all year long. And that's not easy to do in a talented Western Conference.
I also would like to see them be injury free and also everyone have a career year.
Honestly, do that. What happens if they're injury free?
Right.
And I don't know if you can have, but let's say of your Monk, well, they kind of did last year. I mean, Fox, Sabonis, and Monk were all
have career years.
I would say the others weren't as good.
I agree.
I mean, Herter didn't have the same year. Barnes didn't.
If everybody was just playing to the best of their ability in every minute they got, I would say
they're close to 60.
I would say the ceiling for this team would be top 3 seed.
Oh yeah. If you're painting it the way you're saying, injury free, and like that's a Sabonis, Fox, DeRozan, Monk, Murray having big years. How is that not? How are they not great?
No, they would be great, and I would say probably Western Conference Finals. I think they could.
Right.
I think they could. I don't think they could go past that, but
I don't know. I don't know what that looks like.
It's the defense for me. It's just
right. But I mean, that's probably implied that they're playing good defense.
Good defense,
right?
yeah.
Whatever that version is.
They have improved every year under Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Was their top 10? One of the starting lineup is just like Keon Ellis and everyone. It's just all defense. Fox is
nice
your
too.
6th man.
Best bench in the league. They bring in those guys off the bench.
They just start out with the defense.
An all defensive squad.
Just do a hockey change.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, before we go to break, I want to bring this up to you again. Would you be in favor of hockey substitutions in the NBA? I know we've had this conversation before. I was thinking about it again last night.
Like as the only rule, or
well, what I'm saying is just so people understand. Basically, if you want to, you have the
5
ability,
in, 5 out,
or game is going on, and like once your guy hits the touchline, hits the baseline over by where the bench is, you can have another guy ready to go to come in. So you could constantly be rotating players in and out without stopping the clock.
Yeah. Be interesting.
I think it would be interesting, actually.
Gosh, there's a drill we used to do in basketball that was a fun game we played. What
the
was
weave?
It? No, not the weave. What was it like? I think it was 3-on-2.
Knockout? Oh.
2-on-1.
Oh, yeah.
But what was it like? You were going, I think there was obviously, so if it was me, you, and Chris going down the floor going against Styles and Watkins.
Yeah.
Whoever scored would have to play defense.
Wait, is that what happened?
I thought so.
Huh.
The player that scored?
Yeah. So you're 3-on-2.
Yeah. So let's say you
or
scored.
basically not who scored, but who took the shot.
Right,
Would have to
right.
play defense.
And then what? Then Styles and Watkins go the other way,
Yeah,
right?
Right.
But when's the one come running? That like if you stayed on the floor, then Whitey runs in to join you. Is that what it is? Or something like that. Where, but there's like a lot of movement, but
in and out,
everybody
in
kind
and
of
out.
understood it.
I love it.
It just.
I think it'd be interesting to try in the preseason.
Yeah.
I also would like to try if you get a technical foul, the other team gets 60 seconds at 4-on-5. Like penalty box. Technically, that's a real
60 seconds.
You get a minute.
That's a long time.
You get a minute, but
then the one team's going to just milk the shot clock.
But no,
for 24.
Yeah,
if
but
they can.
But yeah, absolutely, they got to kill the power play.
Yeah.
But also no free throws for a technical foul. Technical foul, Jason Ross, you're on the bench. You're in the penalty box for 1 minute of game time, and we have the ball.
Is this
what about the coach?
What about the coach technical foul?
Yeah.
Penalty box 1 minute.
So he can't coach for
and the other, and
he
the
has
other,
to take off a shoe.
And the other coach gets to pick the player to sit for the minute.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is this like your no kicking in football idea?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I will say this: if that was a rule, coaches would be losing their mind.
Well, or would they? Because
I'm saying losing their mind
when that
internally.
happened,
like they would just be like,
yes, everyone would look like Jeff Van Gundy. We'll take a break. When we come back, local fans, you've got a problem. There's a lot of sport going on in and around Sacramento. Jason's got the list for you next.
What's the missing piece for the 49ers?
Which names will they add during free agency? Whether it's in season or off season, the coverage never stops. Get the latest 49ers news on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Hey, what's up? Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. I've had my new Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV for about 6 months now, and it's still the best car driving experience that I've ever had. And I got some news for you. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton doesn't just have cars or SUVs, they also have Sprinter vans, and they have special rates starting at 4.9% APR and an $8,000 discount on over 30 vans in stock. So head on down there right now to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton and check out their new Sprinter vans. Just a short drive right off the 5 in Stockton.
Bing Maloney Golf Course is 27 holes of high-flying public fun, and Bing Maloney's a classic design for golfers of all abilities. Bing Maloney's lighted driving range is a great place to learn and practice this summer under the covered hitting stations. The range also offers a practice putting green and outdoor furniture to relax with friends. Enjoy tasty beverages or comfort food from Maloney's Grill. The Association of Golf Merchandisers has named Bing Maloney a top 100 golf shop. For tee times, visit bingmaloney.com. It's Sacramento Golf's great value course.
Sorry, that delay was brought to you by Chris showing me a video of the actresses that did the Minions voices in Italian.
Great talent.
That's, you know what? I could watch that all day, and I'd love to see all the languages.
Yeah.
I'd love to see all the languages do it.
I don't even know if that was Italian.
I thought you said it was.
Yeah, it is Italian.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
but that's
yeah.
how they sound anyway, the Minions.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's the dubbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that, but he does kind of bring up a good point.
They're not really English.
They're not speaking of words. So what do you need? Italian gibberish?
Right.
I think she said, Capitan.
Yeah, but she
and
was
peanut.
Yeah, peanut. But
yeah,
that's
but that's kind of what you would hear from a Minion.
Peanut. That's an English word.
I've never seen a Minion movie.
Really?
You haven't seen Despicable Me?
Mm-mm.
They're. I've seen them all because of my kiddos. They're good.
Yeah.
They're.
I haven't seen the fourth one. Which just
I haven't
came out,
either.
or
Yeah.
A month or two ago.
Yeah, I haven't either. But they're good. And the bad guy is actually based on former Kings GM Pete D'Alessandro.
Chris is the best.
Just kidding. Love you, Pete. Not really. So local fans are going to have some issues.
It gets me every time we can hear him laugh.
I wonder if the audience loves it. Can you hear Chris's laugh from the other room through the soundproof board like we can with our headphones
I
on.
think only the YouTube people can see my head go back laughing.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff, man. There's a lot of sports going on, and that is awesome.
Yeah, so what are you personally going to do on December 1st, Dave, when that's the Harrison Barnes game?
Yes.
Harrison Barnes makes his return. Victor Wembanyama's here.
Yep.
But Sunday Night Football, the Niners in Buffalo. Now, there's an hour separation, but there's going to be a meet of both games that are on at the same time. And I know the Kings can't schedule around the Niners, but can you?
Well, I think we're in a world now where I think we can say, and as always, everything's relative. But back in the day, it was one thing. I think we're in a world now where we can say having multiple screens is not a flex anymore. I think most people, whether it's two TVs,
Right.
a TV and a phone, a TV and a laptop, or a iPad, with the advent of YouTube TV and a lot of your online-based stuff, I think most have access to dual screen.
Do you have what you would call a primary, though?
I do.
So what would you do here?
It's always football.
So that
always
plus
football.
that starts for to me it would be I'll obviously be at the Kings game.
Right.
I will be monitoring what's going on in the Niners game, but that's hard. I mean, I'll be watching the Kings game, but I would think if I were at home, the Niners are later in the season. I'm not saying the Kings game is irrelevant. That's
Sure.
not my point, but it's that's what week.
It's one of 17 too.
Yeah, and that's probably week 13,
Yeah.
12.
Yeah, it's Sunday Night Football against AFC contender.
Yeah. At that point, we'll have a better idea of what's going on in the season, and if the Kings are where that's game 20 probably.
Right. I'm very, I've never really thought about this before, Jason, until just now, but I'm starting to think of my habits for that, which is, by the way, why I love this season so much. I love that time of year because it's perfect for a guy with ADD, man, because so much is going on and it's overload, and I love it. So you just made me think. So weirdly enough, my primary, I have two TVs that are the same size as my gazebo outside. Okay. I sit kind of in a place where I'm in the middle. One's on the left, one's on the right.
So easy, you'll have both on.
I'll have both on, both on in
that's
front of me.
easy.
But my primary is always on my left.
Oh.
I've never thought about this before.
Okay.
I think it's because I read left to right.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can think of. But the primaries
feel like that's first. That's why are you calling that the primary?
The one on the left?
Uh-huh.
I honestly think it's
on the left.
Because it's on the left.
Gotcha.
I think it's out of habit.
So if this was your setup, you would say that would be my primary. The one on the left.
Yeah, I go left to right.
Yeah.
But for example, if I have the Niners game on and I have the Kings game on, okay, so it's well, which audio do I use, right? Which would you use?
That's interesting. I don't know that I've ever done this, but would you have the audio of the one you're not focusing on? If your primary is Niners, so let's say this example in here, that studio, the TV to your left is the Niners.
Yeah.
But you put the audio of the Kings on,
Sure.
even though
that would make sense.
I don't know.
I've never thought about this before. You know what I do? And I don't know if this is weird or not. I have them both at the exact same volume. I listen to them both.
You can hear it.
Because you can focus.
You can do. Yeah.
And so what I'll do is
or do you mute at commercials or something?
Exactly. So football is stop and start, stop and start.
Yeah.
Basketball for the most part is constant.
Yeah.
So I'll be focused on every football play, but then as soon as the play is whistled, I'm back over to the basketball, and I'm watching basketball. Now, if I'm watching football and all of a sudden I hear Mark Jones, oh my God, I'm back over there, and occasionally, at times I'll have to rewind a second.
I didn't quite see that.
I didn't see that dunk.
Yeah.
But there's 240 points scored every game.
Right.
Odds are, they're all going to be whatever. Whereas in football, it's a touchdown.
Touchdown, turnover, the biggest play.
Absolutely. Right? And that's where it really gets crazy is when there's an afternoon Kings game on a Sunday.
Right.
And you've got, let's say the Niners on, and the afternoon games and fantasy football.
Yeah. So you're saying December 22nd when Tyrese Halliburton is here at 3. Now this is 3:00.
Right.
Which this one the Kings can control. I never understood why
the 3 o'clock's the witching hour.
The 3:00 Sunday during football season. If you did this February and after, that's fine. But December 22nd, Pacers at Kings, while the 49ers are at the Dolphins. I'm wait, Dolphins are playing that one at 1:25. It's a later start there. Now, again, most of the Niner game will be going, but you could be at the crunch time of that while the Kings are on as well. That one's a little bit easier. I think you got to finish the 49ers.
Well, I can tell you right now, this is where I feel for you. Not that you're asking for me to feel for you, but I would never go to a Kings game when that's going on. That's the last place I want to be like being executed for crimes or something. But like, I don't want to be there because I'm tied down.
Because you want to be able to have access to everything that's going on.
Everything.
Fantasy, the Niners.
Because generally that's my setup, dude, is on a Sunday. I've got red zone on the left. I've got the primary game on the right. Could be the Niners. If the Niners aren't playing, maybe the Raiders, maybe whoever. And then I have my laptop open. And the laptop's got, my fantasy stuff. And then I might have like a split screen for both my leagues updating the scores. Oh, wow. So it's like,
you have like 3 screens.
So it's like red zone channels going on and everything's going on right there. And oh my God, this happened over there. Oh, I have that guy, or the guy I'm playing has that guy. And what's going on here? Oh, I scored there, but I didn't score there. I'm up 20, but he's got the ball.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I have a bowl of chili and there's brisket on the barbecue and everything is great.
Yeah. I think red zone out here specifically is better at the 10 o'clock than 1. 1's fine, but you're maybe down to 3 games, which again is still good. But in the morning when you have like 8 or 9, you're like, oh my gosh, everything is happening.
Everything's happening. Yeah. Scott Hansen. I mean, I love Andrew Siciliano too, but Scott Hansen's so good. And then he's right. The witching hour thing is hilarious.
It's incredible
because it really is. And it's really cool because it puts a huge focus on the fact that, dude, in the last hour, a lot of stuff is changing.
It is. And all of a sudden, I'm like, wow, I'm really into this Commanders-Panthers game.
Right.
Like, I would not have watched that.
At all.
It's like because of the story that's gone on in the morning and so on and so forth. Okay, how about, what do you do December 30th, Dallas at the Kings, 7 o'clock. But Monday Night Football that same night, the Niners at the Lions.
That's a huge game, too. And it's on
and
the
that's
road.
Late in the year.
Yeah.
Again, a little separation in time, but
I mean, I'm doing the same thing now. Now, granted, by the time tip-off happens, hopefully
you're in like 3rd or 4th,
and we'll know. And hopefully, it's a nice 30-point lead for the Niners. But if it's a close game,
which generally they are,
then I am monitoring. Is that Harrison's return?
No, that one's okay. Luka.
I'm. Oh yeah, because Harrison's not on Dallas. Thank you. He was though.
He was. Good point.
I'm monitoring the Kings game during down plays and commercials, but I am laser focused on the Niners.
I know what you do on the last 3. These are A's conflicts, which is new. We haven't had that, but Denver at the Kings, Clippers at the Kings, and Suns at the Kings all in April, the last 3 home games. So the Padres are at the A's. We don't know the time yet.
Yeah, sure.
Then the Mets are at the A's on the other 2, which that'll just be an interesting attendance watch.
Yes.
Those are some of the first games ever in Sacramento.
Right.
But also that's playoff potential time. Like, that's interesting.
I'll have them on the other screen.
Yeah.
They'll be on.
Yeah.
They'll be on.
Right.
Although I don't know honestly, I don't know I don't know what day April. Now, if any of those, football.
That's a Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Yeah.
Okay. The Suns and Kings is a Sunday in April.
That's the last game of the year.
Yeah, I'm trying to say. Well, and I mean,
that also may not matter at all, or may have a ton on it.
Well, if it does matter, then I probably don't even have anything on the second screen. To be honest with you. We'll take a break. When we come back, the final Bay Area series starts tomorrow from Oakland. A's Giants. We'll talk about some of the history there next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
When you were young, all you wanted in the summer was an ice cream truck to roll by. Now, you just can't wait for the Harbor Freight parking lot sale to roll around. And it's here. Stop in this weekend to save big. Maybe you're looking to fill up that tool chest. Maybe you're looking for a tool chest to fill up. You'll save money either way. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Valid until August 18th, 2024. While supplies last. Limitations apply.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Oh, Downy in the rinse straight. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes 100% of odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
When you're ready to get properly fitted for golf clubs, join the thousands of Northern California golfers who visited the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio. Players of all abilities found the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio offers answers to questions about golf club fitting. You'll find a professional staff of fitters, major equipment brands, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan. See for yourself at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway. Call 916-808-2531 to schedule your fitting. 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
Sponsored by Xfinity Internet. Enjoy ultimate control of your home network. Personalize your Wi-Fi name and password. Assign user profiles. View and control connected devices and more with the Xfinity Internet app.
Maida Chevy saves you $12,000 off MSRP on every new half-ton Silverado LT Turbo Max. In stock after rebates. Always 5 to choose from.
Labor Day savings on now at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
See dealer for details. Ends by 3/24.
Sacramento, Dirks Bentley's coming to town.
What was I thinking? I'm getting drunk on the
Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends. Parmalee.
I love you just
Tyler Rich, Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by RVs of Sacramento and Hoblet Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center.
The feet have a really big impact on how the rest of the body moves. The knees, the hips, the lower back especially. If the foot isn't properly aligned, all of these joints are going to function incorrectly. That results in a lot of muscle tension and chronic pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that the right arch supports can put the foot in its proper alignment. So all the joints up the rest of the body will be aligned properly as well. And when the body's aligned, we can reduce the risk of injury and chronic pain.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
Shop Big O Tires now through August 27th and buy 3, get 1 free on 4 select in-stock Cooper, Nitto, Nexen, National, or Sumitomo brand tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees extra. Not valid with other offers. See Big O dealer for details.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Hey, real quick, the soccer team over there, Huddersfield Town, just put up a list of their menu items this year. I want to get your, some of these I don't know, so Chris, I'll need your help. Hot food. This is what's offered at a football match at Huddersfield Town in England.
Do they happen to have prices on there?
They do.
Ooh, I'd like to hear those too.
Okay, well, do me a favor then. Bring up a euro to dollar thinger.
Euro to dollar is basically a dollar.
Euros, huh? No, euro's more than a dollar.
Like barely.
Is it? No.
Are you thinking euro or pound?
Oh, pound.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Thank you. Meat and potato pie. Now, when they say pie, I think it's like the little
it's almost like a
kind of things,
like a pot pie. Is
yeah. It's not like a pie. You know what I'm saying?
And they are amazing.
They're really good. It's just it's meat. Now, I don't like that it says meat and potato.
I
think that means ground.
Or like beef. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking, like ground beef or something. So, all right. So it's £4.80, as they would say. £4.80 pence. How much is that in Americans?
$6.20.
Okay.
These are all the same price. A steak and ale pie.
That's what I was thinking.
A chicken balti, B-A-L-T-I. I assume that's an Indian twist on that.
I think it's pronounced BLT.
Cheese and onion pasty. Yeah, it's like a little flaky thinger-dinger with cheese and onion. Oh, a foot-long hot dog. A halal hot dog.
Foot-long hot dog is $6.20?
No, foot-long hot dog is actually the most expensive item on the menu. It's $5.80. That's like $7. Yeah.
That's not bad. Like when we're comparing food to
right,
like exactly. A foot-long hot dog at the Giants game today.
Well,
it's not $16.
No, well, you can get a season card. I think the season card over there was 280 pounds, which has got to be what, like $350-$400.
Yeah,
for the whole season. They call them cards, not tickets. Sweet potato and onion bahis, BHAJIS. I have no idea. And roast potatoes with brisket gravy. Cold food, you can get a pork pie.
Cold?
Why would it be cold?
I don't know, but it's they're
on a stick.
No, it's just a pie, and it's got like this ground pork seasoned nugget in the middle, and then this weird Jello-esque stuff on the outside.
Oh, I've got an account for you to follow. Footy Scran.
What's that?
They take like a food item from like stadiums all around the world.
Oh, really?
And then they give it like, they'll show it to you. It's like, oh, would you eat it or not? And then they also give you the price with it. So you'll see like this huge meal in Brazil for like $2.
Right.
And then they'll be in the US at a Colorado Rapids game. And it's like a slice of
$30.
pizza for $13.
Seriously, it's so stupid. Hot drinks, you can get coffee, tea, Cadbury's hot chocolate, and Bovril beefy drink. Pringles, Twix, Mars bars, Haribo, the gummies, and Maltesers. I think that's malt balls, like the little chocolate covered malt.
That's just like a taste.
Not dogs.
Alcohol on draft. Amstel, Cruz Campo, Neck Oil. I'm assuming that's a local brewery. And Strongbow Dark Fruit.
That's like a cider.
Alcohol in cans and bottles.
How much is that?
How much do you think a pint of, I'll just go with the first one, Amstel. So if a meat and potato pie is £4.80, what is a Amstel pint?
I'm going to say 5 pounds.
£5.20. Yeah, not bad. Half pints, £2.70. You can get soft drinks, Coke Zero, Fanta Zero, Juice Burst, and water. Everything's the zeros. It's so hard to get just like a regular Coke and Pepsi. Good luck.
Wouldn't that be nil?
No. Yeah, thank you.
Coke nil.
Coke nil. That's a great point, Jason. Funny thing is, though, imagine this. I like to reiterate this every once in a while because it's so crazy. The concessions are for the home fans. The away fans have their own concessions because they're blocked off from the home fans. They have their own entrance. They're only allowed in their own section. That's number one. Number two.
Also outside the bars, outside the stadium, it's the same
thing. They're segregated completely. Also, you can't drink at your seats. No beer. Can't take it in. So you basically have to get pounded before the game. And then you watch the footy. And then you get hammered as much as you can at halftime. Like, it's just give me all the beers now. And then, thank you. And then you're back to watching the match. It's a whole different experience.
Yeah.
Now, in Oakland this weekend, where emotions will be running high, it's different. You can drink and eat all you want. Why? Because we don't constantly beat the hell out of each other. Although it's on the rise, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is. Final
didn't you see the video of the last Giants A's game?
Did they have a big one? Did they have a
in the concourse?
Oh, right. Who won? And not that it doesn't matter. Exactly. Nobody wins.
The internet.
Exactly. Well, we got a lot of memories between these two. They met in the 89 World Series. I don't remember how that went. That was a weird one, man, because the Giants got swept. They were the better team. Like, the Earthquake had nothing to do with it. They would have won either way.
But the story.
That's
of the series,
100.
Right?
Honestly, the first image I have when I think of the 89 World Series is Al Michaels. I think we're having an earthquake.
That was game 3?
I think it was game because it was a Candlestick. And
Yeah, it was the first one in San Francisco.
Yeah, I think it was game 3. And then the second one was, do you remember the Sports Illustrated cover with Kelly Downs, the Giants pitcher, holding his kid on the on the field?
Yeah.
That was just an incredible picture.
What about Kelly's brother?
Kelly Brothers.
Yeah, I was waiting. I knew you didn't have it.
I didn't have it, and I was just going to roll over it, but
good at business.
So, yeah, that's a tough one, man. But still a championship for there it is right there. Yeah, that's a hell of a picture.
The day the World Series stopped.
The day the World Series stopped. That was, we just had a reference to that earlier, the Bay Bridge and all that.
That is also an amazing 30 for 30.
The on the 89 World Series, no, you're 100% right. That one is one of the best I think they've ever had. Who's had the better run in the Bay Area, the A's or the Giants? The funny thing is, I think the A's have.
I think so too.
I think they have more, 4 titles?
Bunch in the 70s and then that 89.
And the 89 one.
And then over the years, I mean, they have been a playoff team quite a bit. I know it's easy to poke at them now.
Yeah, it is, but they
had the Giants not had the 3. I mean, it would have been an easy one for the A's. But
the thing that's always gonna, and this is why I get so wound up, is let's imagine there is a real world that exists where the San Francisco Giants move to St. Petersburg, Tampa, St. Pete, and the A's get the new waterfront stadium.
Yeah.
Imagine if the Giants, I mean, really imagine if the Giants were still playing at Candlestick Park, where I grew up watching games. I loved Candlestick Park, but I get it. I get it. I think it's a lot like how A's fans love the Coliseum, but they also get it. It's right. And I can't even imagine what Candlestick would be like now.
Yeah.
But imagine a world where John Fisher owns the Giants and Peter McGowan came in and took over the A's. And they get their waterfront stadium that's like Ballpark style, just state-of-the-art badassery.
So would Fisher be getting the team before they moved into the new stadium or after?
Will you be getting the Giants before?
Yeah.
Before.
Okay.
Before. And they're still at Candlestick Park, right, to this day, owned by John Fisher.
I mean, I'd almost say that they're gone if John Fisher owns the team.
I agree with you. They would have been gone a long time ago. And so whenever it's like, oh, Oakland's a hellhole, Giants fans are, and again, lifelong Giants fan, but that's such garbage. Dude, put the park and the money that the Giants got into the, now one thing I won't deny is this. In every dual sport city, there's your name brand and your off-brand team.
Yeah.
It's just a fact. The Yankees and the Mets, the Giants and the Jets, the Lakers and the Clippers, the Cubs and the White Sox. It's just the way it is. The Giants have always been the name brand team. I'm using air quotes here. And the A's are like the working man's team. You know, the A's are the Mets of San Francisco.
Right.
Always have been. And by the way, to a lot of A's fans, that's a source of pride. And I totally get that. But it's just so sad to me if this truly closes the Oakland chapter of the A's forever, that it's not the fan base. No, it's not that Oakland. Look, dude, I hate that so many times arguments become so freaking one-sided. Like it's either all or nothing. I do not like Oakland. I've been there many times. I have family there. I don't feel safe in much of Oakland. I've driven through rough parts of Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
I have a long tie to Oakland, and I can absolutely say that my truth is that not one of my favorite places to be. Also, look up Oakland stats per capita when it comes to crime, when it comes to violent crime, when it comes to all that stuff. Just take the time to look them up. They might not be as high on that list as you think. And by the way, have you been to San Francisco lately? Sweet, lovable, world-class San Francisco. They've got issues. So does Detroit. So do a lot of cities. But Oakland's been pissed on for years from a fan point of view. The Warriors, gone, San Francisco. The Raiders, gone, Vegas. And Oakland's not innocent. And the fans, it's a thing with a broad brush. Not all Oakland A's fans have shown up all the time. Not all. But I often use the same thing. Take a look at the Kings' attendance at the end of the Maloof era. Right. Go take a look at the Sacramento Kings attendance towards the end of the Maloof era. Bottom third in the league and generally right around 27th out of 30 teams. So we had people all the time. Well, you're not supporting the team. That's why they're going to Seattle. They'll be top 5 in Seattle.
I'm shocked at how many fans still go to the games.
You mean what?
Like I'm surprised
Oakland?
There's not less fans at games
in Oakland. Yeah, no, for real. So it's just such a sucky crapola sports story.
It is.
But a lot of history between those two teams.
Yeah.
Here's my question to you. I know we got a break here. Will the Giants and A's still be a rivalry?
I feel like it will when they're here.
When they're here.
Yeah. I think so. My answer is yes. But doesn't it feel like it changes if in fact they do go to Vegas? Is that when it changes?
I think it becomes
the most?
less of a rivalry.
Because I think that's happening. I think we're witnessing that a little bit with the Raiders and the Niners. There's still some.
Right.
Because too many people live that. We're like, oh man, if I'm a Raider fan, I hate the Niners. Whatever it is. I think that'll just start to diminish over time, which is sad.
Yeah, I think you're 100%.
Like your kids, I don't think will have like their friends won't be getting into it with each other.
No, well, then again, because they're all playing Roblox and doing other crap. Well, we'll take a break. When we come back, who's hot, who's not? And Jason, question.
Yeah.
That is a nice polo you're wearing.
Thank you.
You want to strip down and go streaking though?
Absolutely.
Let's do that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
With T-Mobile, you can get tons of benefits and still save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. Because nobody likes having to choose. It's like getting romance and sci-fi.
Ooh, you suck.
Also, I'm a robot. Or being a dog person and a cat person.
Who wants a treat? Who's a good boy?
Or like being an extrovert and an introvert.
This is so fun! I can't wait to go home.
At T-Mobile, you don't have to choose. You can get the benefits you want and still save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. See how much you can save with our savings calculator at T-Mobile.com/switch. Plus, we'll pay off your locked AT&T phone up to $650, and you'll get a new 5G phone for free.
Pay off via virtual prepaid card in 15 days. Free phone up to $830 via 24 monthly bill credits with qualifying plan and credit, plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Contact us before canceling to continue bill credits or they stop and required finance agreement balance is due. Bill credits end if you pay off device early. See T-Mobile.com.
3 homestands left. The Sacramento Rivercats season is nearing the end. Make your plans to head to the ballpark this week while the Rivercats are in town. Join us on Friday, August 16th for the Mount Core 4 statue giveaway as we celebrate the San Francisco Giants bullpen legacy of Jeremy Affeldt, Santiago Casilla, Javier Lopez, and Sergio Romo. Be one of the first 2,500 fans through the gates to secure this item. For a complete promotions calendar and to purchase your tickets, visit rivercats.com.
Hey, listen up. Get ready for an incredible lineup of live music and events with the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. First off, it's Michael Franti at the Backyard in Sacramento on August 23rd. And Soul Fest 24 Live will be at Thunder Valley August 24th. Then take a trip back in time with 80s Rewind at Thunder Valley on September 1st. September 4th, it's Montgomery Gentry bringing their rockin' country to the Crest Theater. Then Train and REO Speedwagon will be at the Toyota Amphitheater on September 6th. And the Doobie Brothers are appearing there on September 10th. Also on September 6th, check out live music at Crawdads on the Lake with Jared Neiman. And you don't want to miss the Lodi Grape Festival, September 12th to the 15th, featuring Joe Nichols and Smash Mouth. And you'll laugh out loud with George Lopez at Hard Rock Live Sacramento, September 21st. And looking ahead, it's Bad Religion at Hard Rock Live Sacramento on October 19th. And that's your Sacktown Sports live events calendar, keeping you up to date on the hottest live shows in town.
Experience a golf tournament as refined as you are. The Pro Court Championship at Silverado Resort, September 12th through the 15th. Be there as the best of Napa meets the best of the PGA Tour. With world-class wine experiences, breathtaking views, and incredible golf. It's like this weekend was made for you. The Pro Court Championship, September 12th through the 15th. For tickets, go to ProCourtChampionship.com.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. What's going on for the Make This the Summer Sales event?
We're calling it the Hoblet Ramapalooza. Right now, we have the biggest savings I can remember, with up to $18,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Ram 1500 Laramie and limited Hemi 4x4s. And with over 400 new Rams available, you're sure to find your perfect new Ram truck at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center.
Now, what's this I hear about a Hoblet pre-owned super center?
We are super excited to celebrate the grand opening of the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Super Center. We have over 200 used cars available and over 80 under 20,000.
Well, you heard the man. Ramapalooza happening now, and you've got to check out the new Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Super Center. Search, select, and save through their full selection at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
18,000 net savings on select new 2024 Ram 1500 Laramies after 11,500 factory rebates and 6,500 dealer discounts. Rebates may include up to $3,000 in Hoblet coupons or $2,000 rebate for eligible trade-ins. All coupons available while supplies last. 5 trucks at this net savings. See dealer for details. Simple VIN 178528.
What's hot and what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who is hot?
The Houston Astros.
Oh, yeah.
They won on Wednesday 2-1, and they have an 8-game winning streak, most in Major League Baseball. And do you know who they have next?
Who?
The Chicago White Sox.
Oh, look out.
So the Astros are looking like one of the hottest teams in the league right now.
So the way baseball works, they'll lose 2 or 3 or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who is not?
Boston Red Sox. Since the All-Star break, the Boston Red Sox have allowed 52 home runs. If you're thinking, how does that compare to other teams?
How is that compared to other
How
teams?
is that compared to other teams?
It's 12 more than the next team.
What? That is crazy.
That's bananas.
Before we go streaking, can I do that which I'm not supposed to do? And you guys can just turn your mics off because this goes against everything we're supposed to do. But I don't care. It's been driving me crazy. I want to talk to you about political emails real quick as we're coming. So
I'm done. Go ahead.
Thank you. The presidential election's coming up, and I get
I haven't heard.
I get emails from both candidates, right? Just because I watch everything, I read everything. It's whatever. This is not a one side or the other thing. It's simply I got an email from and it's always like the subject line is like the one I got last week was like from the Trump side, and it was like, I can't believe you wouldn't pick up his call. That was the subject. And then it's like, David, we've counted on you from day one. Would you be there when your candidate calls you? Chip in $5 to
I had one the other day that was invoice number 36432. I'm like,
Right.
you guys are ridiculous.
Right. Like, what are we doing here? This is a presidential election, and it's like I'm being telemarketed. I got this one from the Harris campaign, and the subject matter is a giant bag of Doritos. And I'm like, it did its job.
A giant bag of duh isn't a good way to start.
So, David, do you remember how you felt the day after Trump was elected? I do. It was election night for me as well. It was incredibly bittersweet. Which, by the way, why was it sweet? It wouldn't just be bitter for anyways.
She got voted in as senator.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. When I took the stage for my acceptance speech to represent California in the Senate, I tore up my notes. I just said, we will fight. Now, this is where it gets off the rails. Then I went home and I sat on the couch with a family-sized bag of nacho Doritos. I did not share one chip with anybody. And then in italics, not even my husband, Doug. I just watched the TV with utter shock and dismay. 2 things are true 8 years later. All in italics now. I still love Doritos, and we still have not stopped fighting. Will you chip in $25 or more?
Maybe if you don't get the family-sized Doritos.
Who writes these? Again, can we all agree, please? I know everything's so charged. I'm not trying to be that guy, says the guy being that guy. I'm not going to one side. I'm just saying, what are we doing with these emails?
That's actually something I think we can all agree on.
Can we all just agree, regardless of your persuasion, I understand you got to raise money. Well, I mean, I don't understand, but I understand they're trying to raise money, not that they have to raise money. I understand what they're trying to do, but you wouldn't pick up the phone, or this giant bag of Doritos is still true today. Chip in, get it, $25. No, I'm not. I'll chip in $25 if you change your emails. I think we should write their emails.
And how would it go? What would you put out there?
Hey.
Hey.
2 Y's.
Hey.
WID. What you doing?
Hey, girl, hey.
You up?
New phone, who dis? Let's go streaking, please.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing? Streaking.
All right, let's
go
do
streaking.
it. To recap, Dave is at 4.
Yes.
I'm at 4.
Yes.
Chris is at 1.
Yes.
So we'll start with Chris, because he's at the bottom, but he's here.
Yes.
He went with the Oakland A's J.J. Bleday to try to get to 2.
Cousins had a great time at the
That's
game
right.
yesterday.
Yeah, they had good seats. They were at the game in New York. 5 plate appearances for J.J. Bleday. 3 hits. Good job, Chris. Chris is at 2.
Hey. Had a kid.
You and I are trying to get to 5. I'll go first here. I had Shohei Ohtani, and Shohei got up 5 times. Mm-hmm. Oof, just 1 hit, but a hit. I'm at 5.
Look at you.
Yeah, look at me. So I'm at 2. I'm at 5. Chris is at 2. Dave, you're trying to get to 5, and you had the most exciting player, so I wanted to save him for last. Because do you remember who you picked?
Shohei Ohtani.
No, you did not.
Jackson Holiday.
Yes, exactly.
That's right, because I changed my mind.
Right, and that's exciting because it's Jackson Holiday. We know what happens. Well, he got 4 plate. You know what? 4 plate appearances, Chris. Just hit it.
Oh, you suck.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what? I didn't hear it. Can you play it again, Chris? One more time when Dave's ready.
Oh, you suck.
Hey, good news. You can pick him again.
Also, the end of the show streak, he was 3 for 3 for the show.
Yeah.
That's not cool, man.
Sorry. What's funny is that was Chris's work, but I had the same idea.
He comes in, he's like, hey, I got an idea. Oh, are you already working on that?
I could tell he was working on something.
And you wonder why, when you call unsolicited meetings, why I'm like, what's going on? When it takes me 10 minutes into the meeting to be like, no, really, you guys do. And like at one point, you guys are both like, no, it's really not a bit. It's not a bit. We're not doing a bit, Dave, which is usually when you're doing a bit.
Well, time to pick somebody new.
Thanks, you guys. I hate you so much. I'm taking my bag of Doritos and going home. Yeah, you know what? And you know what, by the way?
Yeah.
You convinced me to move off of Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, I'd pick Jackson Holiday if I were you.
Are you?
No, if I were you.
Why don't you? Oh, you can't.
I already got
Can
He's got a
Chris?
streak? No. Chris got a hit with him.
Everybody got a hit with Jackson Holiday.
Yeah,
but
we're on our streak starting with Jackson
Screw
Holiday.
him. There's only one Jackson in the world I like.
Yeah, that's the right one.
Reggie. Wait, what? Just kidding. LOL.
It's a tie between Matt and Nick.
Matt and Nick?
Jackson, the Young Bucks.
Do you know?
They're too sweet.
Oh, the Young Bucks. I got it.
I will take Luis Arias, who never gets hit when I play him. I know, I do too.
Luis Arias, Jackson Holiday, and Aaron Judge can all eat one.
No.
I will take Alex Bregman.
Gotta go. I'm gonna take a break. Hit your post, man. When we come back, Niners. I'm mad at both of you. You know what?
You need a timeout.
Let's just make it the Jason and Chris show the rest of the way. Jason's takes. When we come back, Niners at 9 after this.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Limited time. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up for our 5th grade class recital, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-stress performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through December 28th, Castrol Edge and Edge High Mileage Motor Oil are on rollback at Walmart.
Claim based on sequence dyne test under high-load conditions versus API SP test limits.
Hey, what's up, Sacramento? It's Kyle Draper. Turn up the cleanliness at your restaurant, healthcare, or industrial business with Alsco Uniforms, the official sponsor of the Sacramento Kings Mop Crew. We've got you covered with crisp uniforms, hygienically clean linens, floor mats, and, of course, mops delivered weekly. But that's not all. Alsco Uniforms also offers weekly services for first aid and restroom supplies. Discover why it pays to keep clean with Alsco Uniforms. Just go to alsco.com to learn more. Again, that's ALSCO.com.
Everyone loves to be outside, and so do mosquitoes. Protect yourself against mosquitoes and West Nile virus by following these simple tips. At least once a week, look around your yard and drain stagnant water from any containers where mosquitoes can breed. Remember to use an effective mosquito repellent, especially at dawn and dusk when mosquitoes are most active. Close all doors and be sure screens are in good working condition. At the Mosquito and Vector Control District, we're here to help. Visit us at fightthebite.net.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTK-AM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, Sacramento's official home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
Sacktown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes,
He did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
I don't mind sharing this publicly. Oh, that was right in the nipple. No, for real. You got me right in the old Napoleon Bonaparte. For those of you not watching on YouTube, by the way, Jason just flipped us a mini football, and he hit me right in the nibs.
I didn't think it was that low on you.
I know.
High on what? Right here.
It was lower.
That's not low. What? Do we not have the replay? Okay, I thought we did have the replay. Sorry. Welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross. Really good topic, by the way, on the we told you earlier we have the TVs on.
Mm-hmm.
What is the most iconic sports jersey of all time? It's got to be 23, right? Bulls, Michael Jordan. That's the first one that came to my head. Me personally, it's number 7, pinstripes. That's
Yankees are pretty iconic.
Yeah.
I mean, Jordan himself, right? But
yeah.
But I mean, are you picking Mantle or are you picking? You are.
Oh, you're saying, are we talking about jersey as in the team?
Well, I mean, I was saying, like, if you went, it feels like there's some lore to the Celtics, to the Yankees, to the Lakers, where the Bulls, it's Jordan. It's
Jordan, and that's it.
Yeah, story.
Exactly.
If it was team, I would say Yankees.
Oh, okay.
Told you.
I was wrong.
You were wrong. Right in the nipple.
Yeah.
Yep. We just did the replay. Sorry. Yeah. For somebody just tuning in and listening on the radio, that sounds weird. No, I was thinking individual. Yeah. Then it would probably be Jordan, right?
Well, that's why I was trying to say, if you had, would there be an individual from the Yankees that would surpass Jordan?
I mean, for me, it's Mantle, the number 7.
Or an individual from the Lakers, but there's so many Lakers. There's so many Yankees. There's so many Celtics.
And for the Lakers, the first one that comes to my mind is 32, Magic. But
a lot of people, that wouldn't be it.
Exactly.
Kobe. I don't think it'd be LeBron.
8 or 24, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I would say the answer is Barcelona 10.
Barcelona. Okay, well then screw the individuals. Then go with team. What's the most iconic? It might be the pinstripes.
I think so.
Trying to think.
And then also just the fact that, I mean, it's whether you like it or not, no names in the back. So then it's like it's the jersey.
That's right. It's about the jersey.
Yeah.
Celtics or Lakers and basketball. You pick your poison. Mm-hmm. Football. Bears.
Packers.
Yeah, Bears haven't won enough. I would say. I mean, they've been around forever, but
soccer, Republic.
Cowboys.
Obviously.
Would it be the Cowboys?
Oh yeah, Cowboys.
I'm saying that, not the Niners, Steelers.
Would be the Niners,
Patriots.
Steelers. Maybe.
I would say Raiders is at least top 5 in NFL.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they have the best song, right? Like the Autumn Wind thing. There's not another team that has a better song, right?
Prince's Minnesota Vikings song.
Oh, my bad.
Super Bowl
Super Bowl
Shuffle.
Shuffle is the other one.
San Diego Superchargers.
MC says it's definitely not MJ, and then blames the media or something. What? Why wouldn't it be? What? Who is it other than Michael Jordan? If it's an individual in basketball, who's more iconic than
I'm guessing he's assuming LeBron.
No, he hates LeBron.
I know, but I'm saying it should. I'm saying he says it should be MJ.
No, he's saying no. He says it's obviously not MJ, which surprises me.
I think we're all confused.
Yeah, it's
Kings gold jerseys.
Oh, what'd you say during the break? The Brian Skinners.
Skinner, gold lame.
It's got to be the red with black font. Bulls 23. I feel like I'm not trying to push an agenda.
The answers that they had, it went to break was MJ. Was one.
Okay.
Was I think Stephen A. Mad Dog took Jim Brown.
Of course he did.
And I think Ryan Clark up there took Derek Jeter.
There was no way he was going to pick someone that played in the 70s. right?
Exactly. Yeah, his left hand O'Reilly for the Minnesota Red Stockings or whatever. Yeah. That's not a thing.
Left hand O'Reilly. Auto parts.
I don't know. You could also go by team too. Like what's for example, what's the most iconic? Okay, let's take the Niners. Is it the Red 16? Is it the 80?
Yeah, if you have to put up like one jersey to represent the team in its history,
It's got to be the 16.
I would say the 80-94 jersey when they went to the Super Bowl with Steve Young.
The 8, you mean?
80.
No, he's talking about Jerry.
I'm saying when he was with Steve.
Yeah, is it Jerry? It might be Jerry. Jerry, I would say, is the greatest receiver of all time. I don't think people say Montana's the greatest.
No, they don't.
Anymore.
They don't. It's Brady. And Montana's,
up there.
Anywhere from 2 to 5.
Right, he's up
depending
there.
on who you are.
But Jerry, some people say he's the greatest football player. And again, how do you debate that? That's impossible. I think it's got to be 80.
I don't disagree with anything you just said. That Montana.
But you feel like 16 is more recognizable?
I feel like 16, like Montana's Red 16.
Is it weird where I say it would be that if you allow pants and have the gold pants with the Red 16?
I don't think. I mean, whatever you need to do. It's just if I'm looking at that. And by the way,
is this becoming an age thing? Like, not that Jerry and Montana are the same time, but if this is, I mean, that's getting to be.
I know.
And since this is going everywhere, I've got to say the Niners 80s white jerseys are like tragically underrated.
I completely agree with you. And I also like their black and red throwbacks too, but I know I'm in the minority. I mean, their classic is the red and gold.
I mean, we're 40 years.
I know.
Removed.
Look, I can't argue against Jerry Rice's 80. I can't argue against it. I guess it's just a taste thing, or not a taste thing. I guess it's just for me, it's the Montana 16.
Okay, I'm going to change the question on you. Same idea. You have to pick one 49er jersey to represent the organization from 2000 to now.
Honestly, the one that just came up is Christ, was he 54? Is Willis. Yeah.
I mean, just went in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, Gore is a decent pick. Honestly,
on mixing years, did T.O. make it?
I was just going to say, I think he did. And that's just where I was going. Barely. I mean, yeah, exactly. Because people don't, Terrell Owens.
Did you say Frank Gore?
I did say Frank Gore. Terrell Owens is a top 3 all-time receiver. Straight up. Like it's Rice.
He's just behind the greatest.
It's either Rice, Owens, Moss, or Rice, Moss, Owens. But T.O.'s top 3. Look at the numbers, man. So yeah, well,
and it's scary how far ahead Rice is.
Right? It's his.
When they didn't really pass as much.
Who would it be for the Raiders
from 2000 to now?
No, all time. Because I can tell you when I think of the Raiders, and I'm just going by honesty. I go, okay, Raiders. The first number, and this is not the answer. It's not. First number that popped into my head was 34, Bo Jackson. Mm-hmm. But I know that's not the answer. Is it Plunkett?
No.
Is it Tim Brown? So. 80? Was he 80? 81? Yeah. Is it?
I mean, they were winning Super Bowls like this. Now we're going even further back, like Willie Brown.
Yeah. Is it Alzado?
Is it weird that when I think
Davis?
Of Raiders, it's either Al Davis or John Madden?
That's true. You know what? You're right. You're right.
And Madden didn't have that long of a run, to be honest.
No, but iconic Raider. That is actually weird. You can make an argument that the 2 most well-known Raider figures are not players.
Yeah.
That it is.
I feel like it's Al Davis.
Al Davis is number 1. If you're going beyond players, it's Al Davis, and good luck on second. But then take Al Davis off the table.
Yeah. Who would theirs be the 2000 to now?
I'm trying to do this straight. I'm not trying to piss off Raider fans here. I'm honestly wondering and not trying to be a D-bag about it. Would it be Crosby? Is Max Crosby the best? Would it be, seriously, would it be Janikowski? I mean, he was, I know, but he was there
longevity forever.
Right.
Productive.
Really, really good.
But he
went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Multiple time All-Pro.
One hell of a model American.
You're stupid.
Marcus Russell.
I don't think it'd be the number 2. No. I don't. By the way, for the record, Jason trolled before I did on that. I didn't. Would it be Woodson? Or was he mostly 90s?
No, I think gosh.
I mean, he was in the.
No, he's 2000.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, maybe
I mean, was he 24? Or am I thinking Desmond Howard?
24.
Yeah. Also, are we any closer to a resolution with Brandon Ayuk? Sorry.
No.
Jason had a whole segment written
Not
out.
really.
I ADD'd again. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, NBA.com has weighed in on who will be on the 2028 men's Olympic team. We have some names, including one that might surprise you. And I say that because it's in bold. We'll get to that right after this.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Cox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, England, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
He got it.
All right, we're back in the building. Doey Nate Littlefield joining us. He will be taking over with Style and Watkin. And we got Fun Friday games.
Nate Littlefield's, Alan Style, Chris Watkins.
Chris Watkins, that's right. Yeah, that's true. They all got S's at the end of their name. What is
Not
this?
Littlefield's.
Oh, that's true.
That was a joke.
He did. I fell for it. It's not Littlefield. Sounds like a cookie. Well, that's because Mrs. Fields.
Yeah.
Remember when Nate got hit by a Prius?
I do.
What an ass.
The lamest of all cars.
All cars.
I don't think he remembers.
What did it do? Like tickle him? I don't know what he was going to say, but we don't want any part of that. NBA.com has weighed in on the 2028 men's Olympic team. Some of these we've talked about. Bam Adebayo is going to be on it. Devin Booker will. I get the Paolo Banchero pick. That's been pretty consistent. That makes sense. Mikal Bridges, that's interesting. And he seems like a U.S. Olympic guy, too.
That feels like a good fit.
Defense, just good all around. Seems like a good guy to coach. Jaylen Brown. So they're going to
finally.
Second time we've seen Kate Cunningham on this list. He's got to stay healthy. Ant, for sure. Chet makes sense. Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr. That also makes sense. That's a nice little front line there of Adebayo, Holmgren and Jackson. Jason Tatum and I think it's interesting they put Derek White in there.
Yeah, this was their predictions.
Right.
But yeah.
But it's funny because on their list here, on our page at least, it's in bold. I don't know if they bolded that or you did. Oh, yeah, I think they did too. De'Aaron Fox.
Wow.
You know
He'd
what?
be 30 then. Old man Fox.
I want to make sure we remember this, but when we generally do get De'Aaron at Media Day, I want to ask him about this. Like what is like going on what's your relationship with USA men's basketball and the whole thing? Is that something you want to do? Is that something you don't want to do? Is it weird? Like it's because I'll say it again. And I have to do the disclaimer. Like I'm not trying to start anything. I'm not, but I feel like there's something strange that went on between him and the team, or the team and him, or at least the higher ups. Don't I remember something where like he declined an invite, or
I feel like, or he was there and left or something like that.
Yeah. And and I think that was back when Colangelo was still running things, and he gets a little pissy about stuff.
Yeah.
So,
and now it's Grant Hill, right? And Grant Hill, it seems like every time he talks about the Kings when he's done a game, he raves about De'Aaron. So,
but
that's a good thing.
I'll say it again, and I don't want to put. Obviously, I won't put any words in De'Aaron's mouth, and we'll try to get it from the source himself. But I'll even ask him about this too. De'Aaron seems like if there was a guy out there that could be on the Olympic team, but was like, you know what, honestly, I got a wife. I got, by then 2, young children. He's got one on the way at home. The season's a grind. It's a big commitment. There's plenty of other players that deserve it. And I'd rather spend the off season recuperating and spending time with my family. Like if there was a guy that would have that thought, it would be De'Aaron.
Yeah. And, I looked at a couple different lists like this that had their suggestions for 2028. And I've seen De'Aaron on some. I've seen him off. And the name that's in his place is Jalen Brunson, which I could see that. I could see Zion being on this team. Maybe Cooper Flagg, we've mentioned before. Some other college guys that we're not
That's the call I really
now.
like is Cooper Flagg.
And then who else develops like that? We just go, I wasn't even thinking.
Keegan Murray.
Yeah. Is there any chance someone at that point, it seems a bit of a stretch, but I mean, could Durant go for the record and come back for one more year? That takes a spot. You just don't know. But I mean, that's LeBron now, right? I mean,
I know he'd never do it, but let me ask you this. Would Sabonis make the U.S. team?
I think he'd have every chance to.
I think he would
wanted
too.
To represent the U.S.
I mean, he's born here.
Yeah.
I get it. I get the Lithuanian connection.
Sure.
I totally understand that. I understand what he's doing, like the opposite of Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
But Embiid did it. Screw it.
In the NBA, not NBA, but in FIBA, can you go back and forth?
Well,
like that?
Embiid's saying he might play for Cameroon next time. So I'm assuming there's a transfer window or
because
something.
I know that's a big thing in soccer is like once you play like a game with a team
that you're
like,
there. That's what happened to Ryan Giggs
Yeah.
with Wales all those years. He couldn't play for England, even though he's a big Manchester United guy. He always had to go play for his native Wales, and Wales ain't doing nothing in the World Cup or the Olympics. But with it would be nice. Like by then, Sabonis will be what, 31, 32?
Yeah,
he's got one more shot.
Mm-hmm.
And no offense to Lithuania, but he ain't winning gold with them.
No.
So come get your gold medal, Domas. Going back real quick to I want to give these guys fair game here. We were talking about iconic jerseys for the Raiders. We mentioned a bunch, but here's some that I think definitely would rank. Number 12, Kenny Stabler, the Snake for sure. I don't know if it would, but somebody mentioned Florida State's Freddie Biletnikoff, local resident.
Yeah,
I'd be all for that. He is just an absolute sweetheart of a guy. 81, Tim Brown. Yeah,
sure.
we did. That's the one we didn't mention. Or no, did we? Did we mention?
We mentioned Tim Brown.
Yeah,
we mentioned Bo. I don't think we said.
We
Marcus
didn't say
Allen.
Marcus Allen.
Yeah,
that might be it.
Man, if Bo Jackson had a career,
it still was the first jersey that came to mind was that 34, and I get it. It can't be Bo Jackson because he played for 5 minutes, but. God,
like
dang.
if he had a career, his jersey, he might be the one
in all of football.
That would be, I would say, in like all of sports.
Yeah,
like he could be bigger than Jordan. Just like he was an all-star, a Pro Bowler, just destroying people.
Yeah, he. Did we mention Charles Woodson? I thought we did.
Yes,
yes, we did.
Okay. All right. Well, look, I don't hate anybody for anything.
Okay.
It's all an opinion. Cliff Branch, I get it.
Yeah.
Joe Staley for the Niners, God bless him. No.
Yeah.
No. And somebody mentioned Barry Bonds for baseball. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, and again, you could
baseball
call it,
overall.
Yeah, I don't think so. And I'm a Barry guy, but nah. And by the way, it's not. I was going to say it's generational. It's not generational because Barry Bonds is my prime, and there's no way Barry Bonds' jersey is more iconic than number 7. God. What about in there a jersey out there that's pretty iconic that nobody's allowed to wear ever again?
That's a good point.
Yeah,
Yes.
might be Jackie Robinson.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if that's probably the one in baseball, right? I mean, a lot of times people just go right to Babe Ruth. That's part Yankees, and then Babe Ruth, just the name has been. But
I just keep getting, I don't know. Maybe it's because I've been watching more old baseball. I was watching Babe Ruth take swings the other day. I'm like, no. Like, no disrespect, but just no. Babe Ruth, like, I honest to God feel like if you plucked Babe Ruth out of that time period and threw him into spring training next year, he does not make a team.
Oh, no.
Doesn't make a team, not one.
They also had that 295-foot right field that's only 3 feet high.
And it's not his fault. He played in the time he played in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying if Babe Ruth was born in 99 and raised with today's technology.
He was born in 1899.
Right. But I just, you look at it and it's like, dude, are you chopping wood? What is that swing, guy? What is that throw? You know, and I know that they speed things up a little bit, but it looks like it makes Kevin Costner's throw in Field of Dreams with his dad look good.
Why did that ball just drop? Yes, some sort of magician. I don't know why he's Nicolas Cage.
I don't know either. Is Nicolas Cage playing John Madden and Babe Ruth?
Yes, very versatile actor.
I think one of the most interesting things. I wish they'd do even more research. I think one of the most. Have you read any of the stuff about Babe Ruth's lineage? Because he was from an orphanage, came in, and his backstory is a little bit unclear. But there's a lot of literature saying that Babe Ruth may have had a good amount of African American in him. There's a lot of literature on that. And it's like, I know you can't dig them up and test, and by the way, who cares?
Right.
But it's just, if that is true, if that was a fact, considering, could you imagine in the time period he lived in and with everything that happened, he's playing way before Jackie was. Right. Like, I want to know, like, did he know? Like, he was an orphan. How would you know, right? But did he know? Did he have an idea? Did he just like block it out? Was it like some big secret he carried? I'd love to know, A, if it's true, and B, if he knew it all.
Well, then you knew about how racist the Red Sox owner was back in the day.
And didn't he sell him for didn't he sell him to the Yankees for like a case of beer or something?
No, it's $125,000.
$125,000.
So he can
a few
make it. But what I was thinking was Ted Williams was Mexican, except he has the last name Williams. He's very light skinned.
Yeah.
If his name was
Ted Lopez.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you.
Would he be on the Red Sox?
Well, but the problem is when you see, but with Boston, that's a very welcoming city. It always has. We'll take a break. When we come back, what to watch, celebrity birthdays, and we'll get ready for Friday Fun and Games. In the meantime, Gonzalez Law, not Williams. We'll take a break. We'll come back with that next. That's a respectable job.
Yeah. Our first year as the radio home of the San Francisco 49ers is one we will never forget.
And Logan Ryan picks him up. Looks like they're playing man. Laporta's over there as well. It's 5 out. It's empty on 4th down. Goff back. Not going to get out to his right. And Chase throws, and it is incomplete. The 49ers take over on 4th down again.
Congratulations to the 49ers on a terrific year. And thank you for so many wonderful memories.
Hey there, Jason Ross here. Let me tell you about my friend down there right here in downtown. That's Jonathan Gonzalez and his law offices, his team down there, saclegaldefense.com. You want to be prepared if you're in a situation where you need representation. You don't know when this will come, and hopefully it's a spot where you never need it, but you want to be prepared. You want to know who to contact. You want to know where to reach out to. Again, that's saclegaldefense.com. They are the experts. They will take care of whatever situation you might be in, whether you need a situation where you've gone through a wrongful termination. Maybe you've been involved in an auto accident. Maybe there's something from your past that's still following you around, and you just like it removed from your record, and you need a little help with that. You wouldn't know how to do it. I wouldn't know how to do it. They know how to do it. They could take care of expungements. So whether, again, auto accidents, wrongful termination, expungements, whatever the case for representation might be, make sure you contact saclegaldefense.com, the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez. He's local. He's here in town, and he wants to help you out. He's not one of those lawyers that just rushes through cases. Someone you will get to contact with, get that trust build up, and really will go to battle for you. So, again, go to saclegaldefense.com.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can easily find coverage options that fit your budget. If only it was that easy to name your baby.
How about Jaden?
Nope.
Okay. Michael?
Went to middle school with a glue-eating Michael.
Sebastian?
Dated one in college.
How about Damien?
Vampire name.
All right. Greg?
Not feeling it.
Okay. No worries. Jeffrey?
Oh, love that one.
Wait, really?
No.
Find coverage options that fit your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
When you were young, all you wanted in the summer was an ice cream truck to roll by. Now, you just can't wait for the Harbor Freight parking lot sale to roll around. And it's here. Stop in this weekend to save big. Maybe you're looking to fill up that tool chest. Maybe you're looking for a tool chest to fill up. You'll save money either way. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Valid until August 18th, 2024. While supplies last. Limitations apply.
As a mom, I'd do anything to keep my child out of physical pain.
Dr. Pamela Maida is a board-certified orthopedic surgeon.
As a doctor, I know that growth spurts can cause pain in my child's feet, and that can affect their legs and back too.
Good Feet Youth Arch Supports are designed to alleviate, even eliminate common pain.
Investing in youth arch supports for your child or teen is one of the best decisions you can make.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
At Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, we make the dream of owning a new car easy and stress-free.
With prices that you just can't say no to. Save on our best selection of the year during the final days of the Honda Summer Event.
Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company sold on report.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Yeah, somebody brought up, Chris, your point about Ted Williams. William in here brought up Martin Sheen.
Oh, yeah.
Martin Sheen.
Carlos Estevez?
Isn't that Charlie?
Oh, that's Charlie's
Yeah,
name.
he was like Ramon, what did I say here? Ramon Antonio Estevez. And his son Carlos, and then Emilio.
Do you know why he changed his name? Did he say why he changed his name?
I don't know why he changed. I mean,
he needed to rent an apartment, and he couldn't rent an apartment with the name that he had.
You know, I know he still does stuff, and mostly behind the scenes, but it's kind of a weird story with Emilio Estevez, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Emilio Estevez in Young Guns, Breakfast Club, like, he was the top of the pops, man. What the hell happened to his career? Because I don't think it was drugs and stuff. That was Charlie.
Something I also think about, too, is when you become successful, is there a point where it's just like, I don't have to do this?
That might, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
some people just choose to bow out, right?
Maybe he's like, I grew up in it. I saw what it did to my dad. Because Martin, everyone knows him now as, President Bartlett. But back in the day, Martin had some issues.
Disney Plus had a Mighty Ducks TV show, which is kind of like a reboot that he was on. But that was season 1. And then apparently he was a big, like, anti-vaxxer.
in the show?
No, like in real life.
Oh,
And
okay.
it was one of those things like, hey, we're filming. Everyone needs to get vaccinated. And he's like, I'm not going to do that.
That's I know he directs now and stuff, but like Emilio Estevez circa late 80s. That career. Who'd have thought, like, if you'd have told me that 35 years later, Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen would basically be de facto out of the spotlight completely, and they were still alive,
right?
I'd have said you're tripping. Because look at Young Guns. Like, where's Lou Diamond Phillips? I don't know. Kiefer Sutherland's still doing stuff. He was in that one movie where the Capitol or the TV show where everybody died in Washington D.C.
24.
No. But he was the president. It was on ABC. The Capitol got hit.
Designated Survivor.
Thank you. Yeah. And he was like the assistant secretary of agriculture or something, but ended up being, top of the list. Anyways. Well, shout out to Kiefer Sutherland then. Lost Boys, Flatliners.
Stand By Me.
Oh, Stand By. I read a thing the other day that said he had I think he had like a grand total of 1 minute and 37 seconds of screen time in Stand By Me. And doesn't it seem like he was one of like the main guys? Same thing in Lost Boys. He wasn't in Lost Boys that much. But he was in Lost Boys just a little bit more than the shirtless saxophonist. Remember that?
His daughter also an actress. He was on Veep. She played the daughter in Veep.
Kiefer Sutherland's daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Who is it? Was it you guys that told me yesterday that Boys to Men has like boys like their kids?
I think Alan did.
That still bothers me. What to watch? The Giants and A's are off. They have which is weird on a Friday, but they started their 2-game weekend series. Their final one, Oakland.
The Bay Bridge,
tomorrow. The Bay Bridge is no more. What would it be now? Can't be the Causeway Classic.
I-80.
The I-80. Yeah, I mean, what they do, the Warriors and Kings, I guess. Yeah, same thing. All right, birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends, and hey, nothing brings family and friends together better than crumble cookies. Before we get started on this day, I believe I had it as 29 years ago. I didn't remember it, but I didn't write it down. The Usual Suspects came out today, and I think enough time has passed for there to not be any spoilers. He sees dead people. Yeah. Have you both seen it?
Yes.
I wouldn't have had that on the bingo card.
Really?
That you both had seen it. Anyways, that's a great movie.
Kaiser
Soze.
I mean,
really?
It's fine. I'm like,
really?
It's not like, oh my God, this is the greatest. Well, then also I went in knowing what
Nate spoiled it for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Cameo.
Ooh, Word Up?
Yeah.
Cameo. Great.
Like candy.
Want to rob that thing.
All right. Well,
my elbow. I don't know if he says that, but that's what I always say. My elbow.
Speaking of that, on this day, what is today? August 16th? Yeah. In what year did the movie Uncle Buck
come
out on this day?
1987. Oh, I want to say 86 or 87.
The answer is 1989.
The answer is 1989.
Oh, of course
Chris
it is.
Correct.
Movie face.
That was one of the first movies I saw.
On this date, the television show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire debuted.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Is that
I'm Regis Philbin.
Still, the best part that I remember from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is the guy who's like, "Dad, I don't need you. Just wanted you to know I'm about to win $1 million."
What was the answer?
Wasn't it like Venus or something?
Richard Nixon.
That same thing.
I'm not a crook.
1995.
2001.
The correct answer is 1999.
Oh.
You went over. I went.
All right. Happy birthday today to Madonna.
66. Next question.
Wow. With confidence.
I'll say 65.
You guys are right there. The correct answer, and we have one, is 66.
He read it.
My mom was big on Madonna, and Michael Jackson and I are the same age.
What's her last name?
Madonna's last name?
Yeah.
Eilish.
How did you know?
Happy birthday.
Ciccone.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Ciccone?
Yeah, Ciccone. Or maybe it's Ciccone. I don't know.
Chacon.
Ashley.
Related to Ashley.
Al Bao.
Happy birthday, Steve Carell.
Hey, I like him. Steve Carell's 61.
62.
We have a correct answer. Steve Carell is 62.
Here's Chris before the show.
Happy birthday,
66.
Angela Bassett.
This is going to be a weird
Black
one.
Panther. Black Panther Wakanda.
I would say Angela Bassett. She's been around, though. 65.
I'm going to say 60.
Dave is closer, 66. For Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Kathy Lee Gifford.
Remember what her name was before she married Frank?
Kathy Lee.
Kathy Lee, what her last name was? You should.
Chacon.
Remember she's Kathy Lee Crosby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Kathy Lee.
Was she?
Yeah, Kathy Lee Crosby. Kathy,
Was she in?
And she was, never mind.
She was in South Park, yes.
I was going to say Crosby's still in that.
That's what I was
she
gonna do,
she
too.
was.
She was married to Stills and then Steve Nash.
Yeah, and then Steve Nash. Yeah, Steve
Thaddeus
Stills,
Young.
Steve Nash. Thaddeus Young? Oh, no, it's
Stills,
right.
Nash, and Young.
Kathy Lee Crosby Gifford she's got to be really old, dude. Like
Dang.
76.
69.
Chris is closer, 71.
Ah.
Happy birthday to director James Cameron.
71. I'll stick with it.
73.
Dave is closer, 70.
Ah! Take that.
Happy birthday to former Kansas City Chiefs running back Christian Okoye.
I thought you were going to say Priest Holmes. The Nigerian Nightmare.
Correct.
Christian Okoye is 49.
53.
You're probably right.
He is 63.
Oh, whoa! Are you? What was he? 50 when he played? Jesus,
that's like 30 years ago.
Oh my God, I don't like it.
Happy birthday, Yu Darvish.
Me?
You.
Okay. Yu Darvish is 33.
He is 38.
No, he's not.
He is 38.
Well, yes, he is.
I wrote down a couple others from the weekend. I'll ask you guys really quickly. Let's get to Robert Redford.
Speed round. Robert Redford's 93.
He is 88.
Chris is correct. 88. Willie Cauley-Stein.
Willie Cauley-Stein is 30.
He is 33.
31. Andy Sandberg.
Andy Sandberg is 38.
44.
46. Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro is 84.
83.
81. John Gruden.
John Gruden is 62.
65.
61. Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay is 36.
38.
Correct. 38. Christian Laettner.
Christian Laettner is 52.
51.
55. Dustin Pedroia.
Oh, Woodland. Dustin Pedroia is 44.
He is 44.
He is 41. And last one, Sean Penn.
70?
66.
He is 64.
We'll take a break.
Just to give you a heads up, too, I knew quite a few of those answers because I was looking up celebrity birthdays yesterday because we thought Jason was not going to be here.
Not the last batch.
No, but it's good that he admitted that at the end of celebrity birthdays.
But the Madonna thing is true. I always know how old Madonna is.
You should have been able to see that one coming.
You're a liar, sir. We'll take a break. When we come back, Friday Fun and Games as I chew on my glasses. Coming up next.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry. You never have to miss them again. Check out SackdownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SacktownSports.com.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
This is the story of the one. As a warehouse manager, her job is to transform chaos into clarity and to see patterns where others see problems. Luckily, she's got a partner who shares her perspective. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products, backed by real person support and in-depth online resources, so she can tackle every task with precision and turn potential setbacks into streamlined success. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Flo here from Progressive to tell you how you get more than great savings with us. You get customer service access through our mobile app, online chat, or by phone.
That's a lot of ways I can get in touch with you. I see what's going on here. You can't name favorites, but I'm your number one customer.
Actually, we offer all our customers these ways to contact us.
I'm sure you give just any customer your personal
company
contact info.
Well, you did call us more than any other customer this year. So in that sense, you are our number one customer.
Get help from Progressive through the website, app, chat, or phone. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
With only 3 homestands left, the Sacramento Rivercats season is nearing the end. Make your plans to head to the ballpark this week while the Rivercats are in town. Join us on Friday, August 16th for the Mount Core 4 statue giveaway as we celebrate the San Francisco Giants bullpen legacy of Jeremy Affeldt, Santiago Casilla, Javier Lopez, and Sergio Romo. Be one of the first 2,500 fans through the gates to secure this item. For a complete promotions calendar and to purchase your tickets, visit rivercats.com.
When an overwhelmed injury victim calls Ashton or Price, we immediately remove their legal burden and introduce them to the very best medical care in the region. They focus on their health and we handle all the rest. When they reach the end of their medical journey and are reunited with happiness and hope, we unleash our decades of legal experience to obtain maximum compensation. We are real, local, experienced litigators and snappy dressers too. Consultation's free and there's never a fee until we win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Carmichael Dave here for Capital Casino. Sacramento summertime heat is back. And of course, Cap Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, wants to invite everyone to soak up some air conditioning, still with the most variety of table games in the region. And as always, the best food, best service, and the best action, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. Capital Casino, of course, reminding everyone to please make sure you gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Sacramento, Dirks Bentley's coming to town. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends. Parmalee, Tyler Rich, Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Arby's of Sacramento and Hoblet Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center.
We have finally made it to Friday.
Let's end your week the right way with Friday Fun and Games
on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Hello, and hi. Welcome in, everybody. It is Friday. It's here. Friday Fun and Games, brought to you by Mini Footballs. They're just so fun to play with. Chris Watkin, Alan Style.
Just one of them.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And Nate Littlefields.
We were doing that earlier. Alan Style and Chris Watkin. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
How are you?
Dave's. Man,
yes,
good.
Any big plans for the weekend?
Don't get COVID.
Right?
That's my plan. Yeah.
We lost another one.
Knock on wood here.
Yeah.
It's on the streets
right
now. Oh, yeah. Block's hot.
Yeah.
The block is hot.
Oh,
Jason,
I could very easily make it clear who it is, but I think I got it. Yeah.
It's just unnecessary.
Yeah, that's their business.
Let's see. Well, I got Ballers on Sunday, so come on out to Oakland if you're in the area.
Oh, and I was like, that show's still on.
Oh, well, yeah,
that was good.
I got to fire it up. Yeah, the last couple seasons were.
What do you mean you got Ballers?
In-game hosting. That's on Sunday, so that'll be fun. That's right. But the problem is in my car, I have no AC.
No?
Yeah.
Why?
I had to get it dropped off. Next thing I know, I'm on Auburn Boulevard. I see an episode of Cops. This guy pops out of his car, runs across the train tracks. 2 cops follow him.
Oh, who won?
I think he got away, but his buddy didn't get out the car. So the buddy did not.
So he got it.
Yeah.
He'll talk.
Yeah, you got to get the Freon in there injected or whatever.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Or just roll the windows down.
Hot air.
Hot air.
It's like when you talk.
Not when you're going to the bay, though.
Wow.
Right? Did you see that?
I'm hot today, baby. I'm hot.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
That's a whole look.
Not cool at all. What are you doing this weekend?
Not getting COVID.
Okay.
That's the plan. That is the plan.
So the EPL
see you
season.
at Bartley.
Yeah.
It is started. It is started. What does EPL stand for, Chris?
English Premier League.
You got to switch that.
Why?
It's the Premier League.
Premier.
You should know better.
Whatever.
It's not the Premier League. There's no E at the end. It's Premier.
If I go to a movie premiere, that's what they spell it.
No, there's an E at the end of Premier for movie premiere. For Premier League, there's no E.
They also want me to say pitch instead of field, and that's not happening.
Yeah, and you know what? And they also want you to say match instead of game. And they're
How hard
not,
is it?
They're not consistent on that. I've heard them
Because
say,
when they come over and like, oh, we're going to see the baseball match and see them play
right.
on the pitch.
I've-
So if they're not going to switch for us, I'm not switching for
I'm
them.
just saying, I've
strong.
heard game half the time and match half the time. over
Yeah.
there.
When I did Sac Republic, some people I was very cognizant to say match. But
yeah.
people were saying game.
Oh, I mean, that's over here. Look, who won the war? We did. Yeah.
Final score.
All they did was burn down our White House.
Whatever. Celebrity Fun and Games is not what it's called. It's Friday Fun and Games. And Jason Ross, what do you have in store for us?
I
today?
have a game we played before, but I'm bringing it back.
Hit the post?
No, not doing that.
Thank goodness.
I'm waiting for the Friday. That
We got to
Ghost
wait
is
for the
gone.
Olympics.
Yeah. This is finish the list. So you guys are going to try to finish the list of answers that I have here from a list. And if you don't get it right, you're out, and the rest of the group will try to finish. Make sense?
Okay.
All right. We're going to start. I think easier. I think then it's going to get harder.
All right.
This one's sports, so it's going to be harder.
Hey, that's what we do.
Since the Giants won the World Series in 2014, there have been 8 teams to win a World Series. Dave, start the list.
I'm the worst.
Just have to name a team that's won the World
Texas
Series.
Rangers.
That's on the list. Okay, you're still in. Alan.
Yeah, this is the easy one for me. The first one, at least. Royals.
Yep. Chris Verlaud.
Boston Red Sox.
Correct.
The Phillies.
No.
No.
Dave.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Baseball.
Astros.
Yes.
Astros. Yes, they did it twice.
There you go.
They did.
So we're down to 4 teams left.
The Smurfs. The Dodgers.
The Dodgers, they did it with an asterisk, right?
Mhm.
Chris Verlaud. We have 3 left. Can we finish this list?
The Yankees?
You are out, Dave.
I just wanted to say that because they haven't won one.
The Nationals?
Yes, good pull. We have 2 left, Alan.
The Braves.
Yes, we have 1 team left. Can you finish the list? Since the Giants, Dave and Alan are left.
It's not the Marlins, right?
It is not the Marlins, Alan.
I mean, he said it's not them, so yeah, it's
That's
still a
right.
turn.
That's right.
Very fair.
I have a team. I know they won in the midst of it, but I don't think they won after. But I'm going to say the Cubs.
There you go.
I was literally about to say the Cardinals.
All right. Well done. Well done. Okay. Next one. Alan, you'll lead us off on this one. This, according to a Reader's Choice poll on USA Today, the usatoday.com, they have rated.
Why don't we have a bed for this, by the way? Come on, Chris.
The top 8
There's some music.
fast food chains.
Oh, you know what? I can already. This is already going to piss me off.
It will.
It will.
Because I mean, there are a lot of
So
chains.
this is like what people voted on,
People,
or
this is not my list.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
got
it's not like
my list.
it's not like who's making the most money.
right.
No,
Like, yeah.
no.
This is just going to be stupid.
Top 8. So
Already-
you guys
I-
will. You
already-
might
already
hit some
know this.
roadblocks. We'll see.
I mean, I don't want to overthink this. McDonald's.
Not on the list.
I don't.
Wow.
I would if this answer isn't in there, I don't even want to participate in this particular question anymore. In and out.
Okay, I guess we're going that way.
And we're going reverse order. Yes, in and out.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Well, we
sorry.
got it.
Don't
We'll go
apologize
this
to me.
way. Chris.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell is in, or number 6. In and out was number 4, by the way. Chris Verlaud.
Shake Shack.
Out.
Wow.
Dave. It's Dave and Chris Watkins left.
Carl's Jr. / Hardee's.
Correct. Number 5.
Chick-fil-A?
Yes.
Ooh.
Number 3.
Oh.
Dave.
I want to say something obvious, but it's not any of the ones I'm thinking
Casa Bonita.
of. So I'll say Panera Bread.
No.
Oh.
Chris Watkins, you have 4 chances to keep this going.
It's not McDonald's. McDonald's was said.
We have 8, 7, 2,
In-N-Out,
and
you
1.
said Shake Shack. Those are all the best ones off the board. Carl's Jr., you said. Maybe there's some Jack in the Box freaks out there.
That would have been my
Not
next
on
guess.
the list.
Okay, make a guess.
Yeah.
Is Whataburger on there?
No.
Okay, is
Whataburger on there?
Yeah, Whataburger. What Whataburger? Was it a light?
It's like Bojangles on there or
certainly have.
something.
These are all places that are right here in
Popeyes?
correct. Number
Okay,
7.
Popeyes. What about Del Taco?
Number 1.
What? Okay, see,
Screw this
invalid.
list.
This list is completely invalid.
I've had their
Chris,
spicy ketchup
I
in
think
San
it's pretty
Antonio. That's the
Number
second day in
2
a
and
row
number
you've
8.
tried to pigeonhole
Anybody?
me.
2 and 8? No, I've not a single.
None of them are they're not burger places.
Arby's?
Yes.
Oh,
Number
get
eight.
out of here.
Eight.
Get out of here.
KFC?
Yeah, number 2.
Wow. Number 2 is KFC.
Yeah.
You know what? I like KFC, but it's the same problem with the damn Subway place. Like, it's just too expensive.
Yeah,
Same with
Subway's
Arby's.
not on that list either.
Have you hit up KFC in England?
Are we not doing pizza for fast food?
No, but I hit up Pizza
It
Hut.
was
Do yourself
further
a
down.
favor.
They had little
Really?
Caesars and
Yes,
places.
it's good.
It's better than here.
Shut
Great
the front door.
conversation.
Let's do one more.
I believe that in
All
Japan. I know that KFC.
Oh, no, way better.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, we have time for one more, Chris.
Yes.
Sports or entertainment? You guys pick.
Entertainment, obviously.
Is that it?
Yeah, entertainment.
Entertainment. This one's a
Entertain
tough one.
me.
Okay.
You guys are gonna be mad at this list,
But
not my
not.
list. According to EmpireOnline.com,
Oh, love
television here.
Yeah.
Their list, they had a top 100, but I just took the top 8 television shows according to them of all time. And
Wait,
here will be
what?
my hint: they've all been within 1995 now.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I didn't want to, like it's
Yeah.
like MASH or something like that.
It's all ranges. of
Who's
shows,
starting?
Yeah. You.
That's a good question.
I think it's
yeah,
you.
you're first, Chris.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad is number 2.
Sopranos.
Number 1.
Should be.
The Wire.
Number 4.
So as you said, 1995.
And to now.
Is Punky Brewster on that list?
I don't know.
I don't know if this is.
Oh, Punky
before
Brewster
that.
was in
I'm
1995?
just gonna keep it pushing.
new
Cosby
one.
Show.
No.
Cosby Show was in 1995, huh? The Simpsons.
Nope. But they are on the
Wow.
list, just not in the top 8. They're out.
Is Friends on there?
Yes, number 6. I know.
Again, I know I'm going to crash out here, but I don't care. The West Wing.
Yeah, it's on.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
you better get it. Number 7. All right, back to you, right?
Game of Thrones?
We have 3. Number 3. We have 2 left.
ER?
No.
Uh,
One's still on.
Lost?
No, but
I
it was
just know
on, it was
people
on the
like
list. The
Lost.
last 2. Any other guesses?
Family Guy.
Nope.
South
Seinfeld.
Park.
Nope.
What kind of shows are they?
Seinfeld's not on there?
Yeah, that's
It's
kinda
on.
crazy.
It's not top
Okay.
8.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
No, not comedies.
Non-comedy.
One of them is current.
Oh, what's the one? Grey's Anatomy.
No.
Oh, that's a good guess. Yeah.
Comedies.
Non-comedy.
Better Call Saul?
Yes, that's 8.
Wow. Wow.
What's the one that's still on?
I didn't watch Better Call
Is that
Saul
the one
yet,
that's still on?
No.
No.
Or is it still on?
I don't
No,
know.
it's
I
not.
know it just wrapped
Sure,
up
yeah.
like a year
I
ago.
think people talk about it a lot. I don't watch the show. It's very.
Oh,
Dance
Ozark.
Moms.
No, wait. It's serious. I think it's HBO. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Succession?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
that
ended.
is a newer list.
1995.
And
Since
sooner.
then.
Since
Yeah,
I think
1995.
Friends was probably the
Well, that was
oldest
my
one,
hint.
yeah.
I think
I think
Friends.
Friends,
was,
yeah.
05. More like.
When did Friends start?
Friends definitely started in like 1995.
Yeah.
Or 99
05.
or something like that.
Have you ever seen the clip of Friends where they delete the laugh track? It's
Yes.
actually very funny.
Is it bad?
Funnier than the.
It looks like they're all insane.
All right. Hey, listen. That's it for us.
Thank God.
Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Style and Walking, along with Nate Littlefields coming up, taking the torch and taking you all the way till 2 p.m. That's next. Bye bye now.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you.